I forget all we did, but I believe we went through back to the teleportation circle and what's it, Aurelian,
Yes, I do believe we went back to Aurelian.
Yes.
to which we were met by the King's Guard.
Who was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And it's like, "Bitch, we're here in this city."
Yeah,
Fuck
and
out our
then,
way.
if I remember right,
We will call the debts on your ass.
yeah,
We then went through the portal to that one place where we own Porsche. I believe Waldenstein. To which we basically, me and Brexit basically made Porsche even richer. Well, then again, Brexit strip owns it, but either way.
I mean, yeah, I straight up own it. I mean, I would have been majority stockholder, but fuck it, I fucking yeeted in there to keep some stocks.
And
A lot of money.
Gazik's probably going, what's a stock?
Exactly.
it's
Well,
it's a fictitious bartering system that you are not used to yet. So be ready for it.
Like probably Gazik has like a small, like very small stock and like whatever Boomsticks, if he still has like his own business, just because that's like an employee thing. But he still doesn't know what it is.
He just thinks he has a really small stock somewhere in one of Boomstick's warehouses for a gun.
You guys were talking about going to Avalon, I think is what we were left off to, right?
Yes, to rally the Avalonians.
Yes.
Because Chaos and Victor are out as the pitcher.
Yep.
Well, and we just have to deal with Tiamat, who's probably rounding up what's left of Chaos's forces.
Yep.
Well, while she's also licking her fucking wounds and recuperating her strength.
Meanwhile, yeah, so we guys were that's where we left off, was possibly going to Avalon or Valand. And you guys went and talked to Porsche, like you talked about, and then I believe we that's where we left off of like Porsche's like, look at all of the fun things we're building, and that's pretty much where we left off.
Yep.
We can't forget the major part where Halls literally rewrit the memory of someone just so we didn't have to deal with the Karen.
Yeah.
Named Karen.
I work with a Karen. Called Karen, ironically.
At least it fits.
So we pick back up in Waldenstein. You guys are still at Porsche. It is the next day from when you arrived. Overnight, you probably all stayed in your mansion that has a big fucking dragon hole in the front door still. By the way.
I mean, I feel like they would have put a tarp up by now.
No.
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 Oh, Minnie was wanting Rear wanted a tour of all the new stuff that they were building that y'all hadn't seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like the quote-unquote flying machine, right?
Absolutely, he does.
Remember, Minnie, this Arena is meant to be a little bit smarter.
Yeah, but he still wants to, see it all. He just doesn't immediately default to, oh, look, it explodes.
Can I make it go boom?
So, yeah, what do y'all want to do? That's about, say it's just a little bit after sunrise, so y'all got an early start. If you want. Or you can sleep in and be a complete fucking tool if you want to.
So are we alone in terms of it's just us, the group, the party?
Yeah, it's the group in...
There's no other...
No.
Alright.
Just the group in the mansion.
So... Wait 1 second here.
So it's a new day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
You know what we've been forgetting to do every now and again?
I know what he's about to fucking say.
I do too.
Well, do you know
Roll
how
it.
I'm going? Yeah, roll it.
Roll it.
Alright, let me get my percentiles.
Good job, Star.
It is
Doing well.
time for the Darius beard.
Flat 50.
It's a glorious beard. You wake up and
Ah.
it's not too crazy.
It's like a true, actual Darius
Yeah,
beard.
it's like a legitimate, like, human Darius beard. Yeah.
Well, can't go wrong with that.
All
This
right.
is this is the part where-
There is a chunk of it missing though. On the side, like you realize, oh hey, it doesn't grow in all the way, and so there's like a
He's cursed
spotty
to
part.
never grow a true beard.
Why?
If it gets above the 50, that spot's not there, but because you got a 50, it's still there.
So, well, I'm gonna have to fucking shave that shit because obviously I don't want to have a patch in my goddamn big ass
It's
beard.
patchy beard. Yep, it's a
Yep.
patchy beard. Like one side is completely fine, and then you look at the other cheek, and it's all patchy.
Nice.
All right, Minnie, you were gonna do something
Yeah.
with the rear. What are you doing?
Let's see here. All right, so Rear is gonna get everyone's attention and say, basically, I may have an additional solution, potential solution for our Tiamat problem. So, just to clarify, since I have gained my memories back, I have recalled one spell that I used to use for, shall we say, testing of explosives. And at that, he's basically going to cast. Rear's going to cast. All right, how the hell do I pronounce this? Otiki's Resilient Sphere.
Oh, Tiki's resilience.
I did not
Sphere.
pronounce that right.
Otiki's Resilient Sphere, right? Okay.
Links there.
What does it do, Minnie?
So, and Rear's going to be inside of it.
Otul.
And basically, nothing. It is immune to all damage. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out. The shorthand of the spell.
Oh my god. How many people can you expand it to?
I am attempting to area of effect one creature.
Area effect one creature, so you can create a dome to protect one person.
Right, but
But can't do anything to affect the outside world.
When this spell is, yeah, so
It's a complete defense thing, honestly.
it's
Yeah.
complete defense with no offense capable at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can even walk in or out of it, can you? Unless the
No.
spell's been terminated. So
everything is stopped.
Unless it's dispelled.
Correct.
It's pretty legit, though.
Mm-hmm.
So
So-
Rear is actually does sound? No, sound won't even get out. So I can't talk to any of you either.
Yeah.
So-
So why are you casting this?
I'm gonna send a sending message to.
You just see, so let's describe it. Y'all see there a rear, just like you see the sphere appear. Like anybody's in the breakfast room, or actually no, Rear's by himself. He casts this, and he steps into it. And who wants to come out first?
I will.
All right, so Scamos, you come out into like the common room,
Okay.
and you just see like this sphere in the middle of the room,
Did I
just
see
sitting
Aurora
there.
go into the sphere?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna rub my eyes like twice, then just nope, turn around and walk back out.
All right, go ahead, Rear. You
And,
did see Scamos, by the way.
all you hear is Plode power up, and he goes, "Yes, master," attempting to break sphere. And Plode just starts pounding the top of the sphere.
Oh God! And everybody's hearing this racket
like-
downstairs.
Within a matter of like seconds, Gothic just like exits his room like with his rifle in hand. He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And just sees Plode. I assume sees Plode smashing
Yep.
the rear with this bubble.
No, not even a rear. It's a bubble. It's a sphere.
And Rear's just like Rear in the bubble has a like a checklist, on the cardboard thing, and he's just checking off the number of times Plode hits the bubble. Master, I can't break it. Yes, master, stopping. And then the bubble just disappears. And Rear, steps out and he's fine. Well, Plode, I think that went well. I believe we will be able to present this idea to the group.
A rear? What was that?
Oh, hi, Gazik.
The hell is the racket?
Hi, Darius. How loud was that, to be exact?
Well, quite loud. I thought someone was like
I
destroying
heard
shit.
it on the 3rd floor, man.
Well,
Scamos walks back into the room with a fucking whole ass bottle of fucking vodka.
I guess we created... Plode, how hard were you hitting? Never mind.
You just like look at the bottom of Plode's hand and it's just like slightly cracked.
Rear looks down.
One
Up the
hand's
floor.
completely gone.
I'm just gonna take a swig of the bottle and offer it to Darius and fucking Gaz right now.
Well,
Fine.
So I was doing testing to see if this was true or not, although I've already tested it with explosives. But what you just saw, Gazik, was was basically a modified resilient sphere. Nothing, no damage, no sound, no energy at all can either go into or out of that sphere. It is a completely contained environment, separating the inside from the outside. Or it is supposed to be, and I have tested it on numerous occasions with explosives. So I throw the explosives in, seal it, and then kaboom, everything's fine. A sphere disappears, and we're good.
Out of character question.
Mhm.
What system is this spell for?
System?
It's his class gets it.
Yes. It's literally directly on my character. Hang on.
I'm looking at the site you linked though, and
Yeah, that's just the spell.
I'm not seeing anything that says it's 5e. Casting time 4?
It's not.
For what?
It's not 5e. It's something previously, but my where's my sheet?
Because there's a 5e one that's similar, but
I'm sorry, but casting range long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry. Let's not worry about it right now. We'll figure that out later.
Someone probably yanked it
you-
across to the 5e class and just went, I'm gonna borrow this.
No, well, my character for Arcane Tinker gets literally an assigned group of spells: first level, second level, third level,
Yeah, I'm
fourth
just-
level. And
I'm aware.
it
I'm
is
just
fourth
trying to
level.
figure out what things mean in here.
Yeah,
Casting time is 4 for what?
Yeah, I think someone literally just grabbed a spell they liked and didn't bother to see if it would work in the system. That's amazing.
I've found for the vanilla version.
For the sake of this, Minnie, you and I will talk about this before we use it in combat. Let's just put it
Yeah.
that way.
But either way, the general gist of the spell is nothing gets in, nothing gets out. And it only lasts for 1 turn.
It's a video game mod that spell is from.
But Rear's going to turn to the rest of the group that have been awakened by the, banging, and say, theoretically, this should also work for, the very large explosion that you guys have been so against. Preferably with, our target inside.
Gozik's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna squint at you.
It should work. I can't say I've ever tested it with that amount of force, but if we can trap our target in here with the explosive, then we can basically set it off anywhere we want, and it should be fun.
Did you just say it should be fun?
Fine.
Fine.
Okay.
Is
Fun
there
is
anything to counteract this spear?
it's just the dispel magic that I would release. Well, asterisk.
Counterspell too would probably also, and you would know that.
Right. So if there's
Anything, magic
asterisk,
shield, wish.
because I still got to talk to Waller about if there's anything else. But yeah, those 2 things for right now.
So all you need to do is just dispel magic, and then it basically free again, right?
Yes, potentially.
You not see the issue with that?
Well, I'm assuming she can do that.
I
She
mean,
is a god.
let y'all
I
take
can.
care of that.
She has a head for each of the chromatic colors, some of which rather favor spellcasting.
One moment.
By the way, Darius, do you take the vodka offered from Scamos?
Yes.
Okay. Do you drink said vodka at 7 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay. You guys you just see Darius in the background chugging. a
Yeah,
bottle of vodka.
me and Scammers are just passing this back and forth.
Yeah, we're just literally fucking drink, pass, drink, pass. Like, not today, Satan.
Says the demon.
Excuse me?
Rear's gonna scratch his head and be like, I'll have to think about the rest of it for the dispel magic thing, but it may be a useful thing to keep in mind. It's also very handy for testing.
I'm gonna finish the bottle and immediately pull out another one.
And how long does this last, even if she doesn't?
That's probably one thing I have to talk to Waller about, but the page I link says 1 turn.
Which is in a drone sense, a couple seconds.
Yeah, it'd be about 6 seconds.
So, it could be something to keep in mind, but the dispel issue may be a problem. I hadn't thought of that. Up until now, I haven't really been using it as an offensive thing. I've just been more, bring it up, do my testing, bring it down.
I mean, to be fair, we've only really seen it from one source, and, well, he's currently trucking a bottle of potato juice.
I mean, there's one way to test if it can be dispelled. If I bring it back up, can who here has dispel magic?
Me.
Well, Enrir is gonna kind of bring it back up briefly. Can you dispel it?
What's the sphere?
Yeah, it's just like in an open area in the room, just sitting there.
The Scamos just keep drinking.
Scamos is look at him and go, why? I haven't been paying attention. Is there anything in there?
More alcohol.
That's not really a motivator for me. Is there anything in there that's going to like hurt us if I dispel this?
No, it's just a bubble right now. There's the same air we were just breathing.
As you're all
Alright.
talking, you watch it
I'll
disperse.
I'll attempt
God
to
damn it.
dispel it, Waller. What level
No.
did you cast this hash mini?
4.
It dispersed before you cast it. Y'all were talking too long.
Oh. Okay.
That seems to not last a very long time either.
No, but it shouldn't have to in order to dissipate most of the, force of a blast.
It's a oh god, it's coming at me, and I'm going to try and react to it kind of thing. Or I'm going to set off an explosion kind of thing. Yeah.
Put the bomb and, our target in the same location, put the bubble, hit, well, I wouldn't be able to hit go necessarily, but, on a timer, and we...
Many seconds.
Errors.
This might not be as fully viable as I thought it was.
I am seeing some flaws in this plan.
So here, I more deal with explosives on a very small scale as he like twingles a bullet between his fingers and holding it up. But I have no idea what the scale of this bomb we want to use is. But I have a feeling that the explosive force, or just pure heat's gonna last longer than how many seconds that bubble can last.
Oh yeah, it won't dissipate the entire, destructive force of this, but it'll, considering most of the initial shockwave and especially what I've referred to as kind of the after sickness is generated because of the initial explosion going outwards. This should dissipate it significantly.
After sickness?
You know how I said before?
Out of character, radiation sickness.
Oh no, I know.
Well,
In character, I have no fucking clue what that is.
so there is another aspect of the. What are we out of character? Are we actually calling this a nuclear weapon?
Y'all could name it whatever the fuck you want.
Apparently, right now it's called the bomb. The bomb.
Waller, question.
Yes, sir.
So we know of a wasteland where that one was set off earlier, right?
Yes.
Does magic act normally there?
Nobody knows because nobody's been there. So
How do I know it's a wasteland then?
Is
myths
it
and
rumor?
legends. Myths and legends.
Now, you said I've seen one go off.
I thought you tested one on. a
You
mountain.
tested one.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Not like a large scale one, but you did like a small test.
How
Put it
big are we
that way.
talking so I know for in-character reasons?
I mean,
Did I do it on like a city, a town, or
A mountainside.
it was a mountainside.
when there was wildlife there beforehand?
There's not anymore. It's that there isn't there. Yeah. So
Okay.
and you did it underground too. So yours didn't have as much of the ecological effects as when Senor Scamos's deity did it.
Gotcha. All right. So,
By the way, if Darius and Scamos are still drinking, Constitution saving throws, please.
That
Alright.
17 for mine.
All right, you are good to go. You are starting to feel a little bit drunk, but you still have your wits about you. Darius,
23.
yeah, you're fine.
Ruskov vodka.
so
Why are you
Gazik,
rummaging around your town so much?
He knew where the stashes were.
To answer your previous question, yes, there are side effects to this weapon that are not caused by the actual, explosive force going off. I don't exactly know what they are, but when I did my test in the mountain, I had put livestock in the, at varying distances within the mountain tunnels.
Freaking pulled the fucking U.S. Navy in the fucking late 40s, man. Freaking tied goats on ships and just said, "Here you go," right? Okay.
Yep. The ones who were close to the blast died, obviously, from the, force of the blast. But the ones who didn't and who were still alive, I then, took way back to the pen that I had them in, and thinking they were fine. And a few days later, they had died. It wasn't pretty. The, skin was like turning colors and, falling off to some extent. What looked like burns started appearing. It was kind of weird. I don't know why or what it generated, but something after the explosion is generated that is very dangerous to encounter.
Sounds like even more reason not to just use it on a whim.
I'm guessing I've never heard of this medical condition.
Caused by the
What?
weapon? No.
Probably haven't, no.
Oh, that was out of character. Never mind.
Giving you 14-year nuclear reactor, I hope you know it, but...
Gamos is still drinking vodka. What is there any reaction as you're hearing him describe what you know now? Like the Hallsworth, is there any reaction to that for Scamos?
What, having him describe the side effects?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm drinking, so I'm only half paying attention. But I guess just kind of a taking note of, okay, this is important. Like, this might be a problem. But we kind of have a bigger problem to deal with first.
So, yeah, I figured I should mention that just as a heads up, since now I'm not one of the only few people who know about it.
I'll be right back.
Other than that, I'll have to look into the problems of using the sphere for that solution, because it doesn't. Seems like there's a few more things that need to be resolved first.
How big can you even make this sphere if it can even go over a dragon?
So it's
That's a good question. I've never tried. How big is the room?
Common room, I'd say it's 30 by 30. Like, at least I'm probably about 10 feet tall or so. At least to the ceiling.
I'm just gonna look at the ceiling. Let me try and make it about the ceiling size. And by the way, I'm kind of just.
You're burning your 4th levels, by the way, just letting you know, Minnie. You only have so many
Yeah.
slots. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, so I well, I'll have to try later because I kind of have to, put them back into Plode and use them up as we go. So I can't really answer that now. But I'll have to keep looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I figured you guys should probably know about the, after sickness thing primarily. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
And what is the general treatment plan for those afflicted by this after sickness?
There was no treatment. Everything I put in there that had reasonable contact with the device afterwards died. Bleeding from, well, many different places, rotting skin. I didn't. By the time I came back out to them, most were already dead. I'm not able to give you a mini treatment idea. I don't even know what caused it yet.
Rear, do you have access to some healing spells?
I mean, I've got my potions, healing potions. Do you mean back then?
I don't know. I guess so.
Oh, no. Well, like I said, I thought they were fine, so I had left them in the pen, where I had kept them with their food and everything. It came back a few days later, and they were already dead. I didn't have a chance to try anything. I can't say I expected, them. I can't say I expected them to survive a blast and then die days afterwards. So I wasn't really in a situation to test for it. And making this, material for the bomb is kind of hard, and I didn't. It was shortly thereafter, I believe, that I got sick of, the voice in my head and started drinking myself into a stupor.
By the way, Scamos, do you offer Rear some vodka when he says that? If he's not there, I would say if he's not there, he maybe like kind of motions towards you, Rear, like with the vodka bottle, and be like, "Do you like some?"
Rhea shakes his hand. He's like, "No, thanks, not yet. I'm still enjoying,
Hmm.
my non-drunken state."
Okay. All right. So, as you all are sitting in the room and Darius and Scamos are drinking, what is the
Mhm.
party's plan for today? What do y'all want to do in Waldenstein? You guys did do a shopping episode too last time. I remember that as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you guys want to do in Waldenstein?
No, I think we basically covered Waldenstein by the end of the last session.
Yeah. Alright. So you guys want to head to... You guys are going to teleport to Avalon, or are you going to go check on the ship?
I mean, the ship's gonna take what, another couple weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, Halsey back.
Yeah, what's up?
Rear's gonna look over at Scamos. By the way, Scamos, what was that box I bought for, like, what, 1,000 gold?
Oh yeah, I remember this now. The box.
You looked at it and said just buy it because, well, you didn't tell me. But I figured
Wait, where was the... Which box is this?
it was the one at that vendor who, he said, what, there was energy that it emitted at one point or something?
Oh, was this the box that was like the secrets to... Was this like the box wall that had like the components needed to make the
Yes.
bomb?
Or some of them,
Oh,
yes.
that's right. Don't I have that still?
Yes, you do.
Well, Flode walked away with it because no one could move it. And I'm assuming... Wait, can that actually fit in the bag of holding? Did we have this discussion? I feel like we did, and I feel like it didn't fit.
I
and
said
that's
no.
Why, yeah,
That's why Plode had to carry it.
yeah, because it was too heavy. Yeah, so it's somewhere. Well, somewhere in this building with either me or you.
Well, I would not have let you have it, so
So it probably just had Plo bring it to wherever you were keeping your stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So what was that, by the way?
Nothing that you need to be concerned about.
I mean, I kinda am. I mean, I spent 1,000 gold on it.
Still nothing that you need to be concerned about.
Hmm. It has something to do with what we were just talking about, doesn't it? Do I
No,
remember
it's
anything?
something. No, I'm gonna sit there and go. No, it's something personal to me, which is why you don't need to be concerned about it, and I will pay you back once I have enough money to, break someone's economy again.
Arir just opens his eyes and says, "Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. No, you can keep it. It's a gift."
Mm.
Think of it as kind of a I'm sorry and thank you for putting up with drunk me for this amount of time, I suppose. I didn't know it was personal to you. I thought you were getting it because you needed it for one of our projects or something.
No, I needed it because it's personal to, well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if it's from your village, that's fine.
Appreciate it. You're a good man, Arir. As much as Darius beats on you at times.
Well, I mean, when I'm not blowing holes
Drunk,
in
yeah.
ships.
I mean, now that you're not behaving like a complete idiot at times, I think that'll work better.
Yeah, I hope. The explosive testing will now at least not be done,
In the ship?
well, it will be, but it will be now contained within, the thing I just showed you, so there will be no issues there. But,
At least don't do it in confined parts of the ship.
right, there will be additional safety measures taken to, make
Things don't
sure.
react well in here to bullets. That's all I can hear in the background as Chunk Hunter rocks by.
Yeah, and also there won't be, explosives littered about in random hidey holes throughout the ship either. By the way, just so you're aware, you guys only ever found about half of them. Half to 75%. It was kind of hard for me to remember. I was a little bit drunk. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's it from me.
Alright, Arir, do you want to go do anything? For
the
leaving
only-
Waldenstein?
The only thing Arir was looking for
Mm-hmm.
was raw materials, copper, brass, lead, that kind of crap. But I can't get it here, so we have to
Mhm.
go elsewhere.
It's being fully pushed into the war effort for Porsche, so yeah, no.
So I gotta go elsewhere to get that. But I think that's the only. Did I buy a new gun?
We're talking about that? I think.
Supposed to talk to Boomsticks about it with Gazek, and
Oh, you were gonna get another, not a P. Was it the PTRD or the other one? that
Other
he was
one.
gonna mount
The
unplug?
lever action
Lever
rifle.
action. Okay.
I don't remember what Boomsticks said though. I think he said yes, he was gonna make one,
Yeah.
but he just didn't have one now.
Oh, he's got to work on it, and that'll be a while.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so I'm all set.
Mm-hmm. Darius, is there anything else that you need to do as the leader of Porsche?
I mean, it basically runs without me.
Yeah.
Boomsticks has got it fucking, you know, running. We've already got it topped up with extra cash so that they can get more hands to get everything going.
Yep. And they're going to start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
As they start basically a 24-hour rotation now in all of operations. So throughout the night, by the way, you were hearing so many people coming and going, and lots of work being done. This is probably why also Scamos is also drinking as much as he is, because probably didn't get a lot of sleep.
No, he just walked out, saw the fucking shenanigans, and immediately went,
Hmm.
nope.
Alright. So, what's the next step? You guys want to go to Avalon?
I need to go buy a bull that's worth 1,000 gold, or
A
acquire
bull?
a bull worth 1,000 gold.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to have Heroes Feast before we go start some of these fights, someone needs some money donated to the Scamos accounts of magic and fuckery.
You mean the scammers account of I'm a poor bitch, help me.
They're pretty much, yeah. My 4 platinum, my 4 platinum and 512 gold ain't gonna cut it in this case.
So what? You need what? 1,000 gold for this thing?
I need a gem encrusted bowl that is worth at least 1,000 gold.
Is that
To
for
be
each
able-
one, or is that just
That's
all
no,
the
that's
time?
that is just to cast Heroes Feast one time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's consumed.
So
Jesus.
I need if we want to have it before we go into our final big boy fight, I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need that so we can cast that.
Who's got the money to defeat a smaller, defeat the majority of small nations here?
I mean, I do.
Is Darius actually going to be wanting to give money to Scamos? Is the question.
I mean, I'm hoping
I
he
mean-
will, but
It's to help the party for the big fight, so why wouldn't I?
You know, how much you going to give him?
I'll give him 1,000.
Okay. Anybody else want to give him anything?
You want to split it?
I mean, you always can get more than
500,
one.
500?
You can always get more than one.
You can always get more than one.
I'm also confused. What is this for?
Heroes
Heroes
Feast.
Feast, which is really good.
It's a really good buff.
Basically,
is
what
it?
it will give us is we're
Bonuses.
automatically cleared of any diseases and poisons. We become immune to being poisoned and frightened. All of our wisdom saving throws are done with advantage. Your maximum hit points increase by 2d10, and you gain that number of hit points, and the effects like that last for 24 hours.
Yep.
Hey, look, Gazik. You can't be frightened anymore.
Ah!
Funny man!
As you hear,
just
as
sits there and just slowly squints at you.
as an aside, you hear a in the distance, like as ever, like the camera pans back to her rear, and you just hear like the rape whistle like echo like in his mind. He's having a flashback.
Or starts, reaching for his pockets. Where did I put that whistle? No, it's gone. I gotta get a new one.
He's gonna get a golden crested rape whistle.
Oh my god.
Add that to the shopping list.
So,
And he hands
anybody
over
else giving
1,000.
Scamos any more money?
So 1,000 gold.
Yep, per bowl.
I give him pretty much 100 platinum, which should cover it.
Damn.
So we can buy 2 bowls then.
Rear's
And we
giving
can cast
100.
it twice.
3 bowls? Did I hear Rear say 100
Yeah.
platinum as well?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
All right, so we're buying 3. We're buying
So,
3 bowls.
we-
cast Heroes
we-
Feast 3 times.
Here we go. We're going down to the World Market down the street, and we're gonna go buy some golden crusted emerald bowls, or whatever the fuck. Reverse that. At the World Market. It's the World Market, okay?
Sounds
It's
like
all-
weird.
that.
Just sounds like
About
pot.
that.
We're
It
just
is
gonna
pot.
smoke so much pot.
That.
So, you guys walk in,
Heroes Feast is
Scamos.
the only way you can really maintain the appetite to eat all of that food.
Yep. Yep. So they do have 3 of them in stock over here. Or not over here. Scamos, excuse me. If you want to buy all 3, they do have them. You do test it. It is legitimate gold with emeralds.
So it's like just golden gems. So it's
Yes.
so they're good. They're legit.
Yep.
Okay, then I'll fork over the 3 for that.
Okay, and they give you 3. 3. You now have 3. Rear, they do have a whistle if you want to buy a whistle.
Yeah, rear picks that up.
Okay.
How much was it?
That will be 25.
1,000 platinum.
No. It'll be 250 gold. Yeah, so it'll be about. There you go.
Okay. Damn that. I'm assuming for 250 it actually is gold plated.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
It's also it's very useful for you if you ever have to get something. You now have something that's worth 250 gold pieces that you can just like, here, have this. Or we just bought this world's version of a Rolex. Is what happened. So.
Gold chain.
Yep, has a
As
gold
well.
chain. It's got a little it's like diamonds on the on it and all over it, and you're just like, wow, it's gaudy as shit.
Oh god, it's like when Black Ops 2 added, instead of like having gold guns, it was just diamond encrusted guns.
Yep.
Jesus.
All right. Where are we wanting to go? The world is completely up for you all to pick from. Where do y'all want to go?
Hell, wait.
But actually, wait, Star, don't forget. I still needed to do a thing to help you.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yes. Business negotiations with good friend Gazik.
Quotes around help.
Okay. What are these
Fuck off,
business
Arrear.
negotiations? If you want to have them, have them.
So I assume at like some point, either I remember and like
Yeah.
go to him, or
Yeah, it
Or,
would probably be a little weird if the demon comes to you and goes, "So we need to negotiate freeing your soul from chaos."
So I'm gonna like at some point, like when we return from our shopping trip, just like knock on this camo store.
If that's your rare, there's a fireball waiting for you.
It's not a rear for once.
What the
All right,
fuck?
you can come in.
Hey Scamos, you remember that thing I was talking about with the mark?
Yeah.
Can
hi,
you get
Mark.
removed?
Removed.
Since we have the free time now.
Let me take a look at it again.
I
Okay.
showed it to him.
Yep, and this is one Waller, if I'm remembering it right, that he would basically have to be negotiated away.
Yes. But you guys remember, you did kill him.
That's the problem. So
Yeah.
he would basically need to give his soul to me in order for
Yes.
the mark to go away,
Yes.
because we can't negotiate free since the owner is dead.
Yep.
So yeah, I will explain that to him then.
So, when I give my soul to you, are you able to just give it, and then give it back?
I mean, you could just cancel the contract so it goes back to you.
In theory, yes. In practice, I'm not sure if that wouldn't just default you back to where you were.
This doesn't usually happen.
Usually these deals and these kinds of things are like you made a pact with him and it was like a voluntary agreement, or like you make a pact with somebody and then that stays forever.
And remind me what will happen once if I don't try to get out of this.
Your soul goes to the Chaosy Boy, or whoever's got the most of Chaosy Boy at this point. So probably
Which-
Dragon Bitch.
Oh, roll for a vision of Tiamat. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
No. Alright, and I guess the next question I have is, would it hurt to even try this? Like, what are like some like potential outcomes, like negative outcomes of this?
I could be a giant
Death?
galactic asshole and use your soul for tons of evil things, to include shredding it down to the tiniest bits to feed demon children.
Which you won't do because I trust you.
I mean, there we go. Like, but you asked, so
I just love how Miki was in that situation.
Would you do that to me? And Scamos is like, the long con is complete. I am the Senate, and just goes full.
Yeah, he just goes full fucking Palpatine.
I mean, like that's like kind of sit back and like being realistic. That's what you're dealing with. you and I can't make this decision for you because I can talk until I'm blue in the face and say all these lovely things to you, but at the end of the day, you're signing your soul away. So there's a danger involved. There's an inherent danger involved in this.
There is a way. There is a way for him to have it removed, though, without. There's a way to have it removed without making another deal.
Okay, you've just told me multiple times we can't do this.
You
so is it
can.
possible or not?
It is. It is.
Okay, then what is this way then? If we know what it is,
He has to go kill somebody.
kill who? Oh, Tiamat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't hedge our bets on that one.
So you mentioned that as
Or
well.
someone sacrifices themselves for him.
Also, definitely not gonna happen.
His kills you will be my second night getting. So so I
Yeah,
assume you
I'll
like
explain all of
mentioned
his options to him. Like, realistically, all three of these options are terrible options. You are in
Someone
a
dies,
terrible-
someone
you are
takes
in a
your
terrible
place.
Situation. You
Yes.
give your soul to somebody else. You kill somebody that's probably going to be very hard to kill, and the you kill them thing could be quite literal. Like, you may have to be the one that strikes the killing blow for it to work at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I assume whoever
You
does
sacrifice
it-
somebody else, either willing or unwilling, to take your soul's place,
Mm-hmm.
or you sign your soul away to somebody else. All three of your options are terrible.
So the last two options you mentioned sound like shit. And of the two options with the first option I have of either being with Tiamat or I don't know. The way I see it is I'm either gonna have to deal with a giant asshole who will probably want my soul destroyed or a giant asshole who may help me.
Well, fuck
Wow.
you too, first of all.
Wow.
Just for that, I'm gonna definitely change that contract now.
Oh come on, it's a joke.
Are you sure?
But yeah, that's the situation you're in, guys. This kind of stuff sucks. And I'm sorry you're stuck in the middle of it.
I'm not. I'll be honest. I don't want to figure out what Tiamat's gonna be like, so I think I'm just gonna go down the path of whatever you have in store for me.
Whatever you have in store for me.
Alright. So we doing a contract? We doing this?
Yes, we're gonna do a contract.
Okay.
Guz is like still a little bit uneasy about this, but he's like, I'd rather not be with Tiamat.
So,
So yeah.
Gamos,
Yeah.
you have to write the contract, sir.
Yes.
Are you doing it right now?
I'm figuring out how I wanna word and do
Okay.
this. Being very careful with the word choice as per the normal, so when it goes before demonic courts of law.
Which, by the way, we'll go to the finer points of this. Gozik, who do you want to be your representative?
Representative?
Yes. We're going to Demon Court, kids.
Demon court. We're not going
Yeah.
to demon court. That's not how that works. He's giving his soul up in a contract.
Yeah, he has two contracts. We're going to a contractual dispute in Demon
A
Court.
contractual dispute that's gonna turn into
Oh
fucking
my
goddamn fireballs. Furthermore, Tiamat's not a demon, so she can take her bitch ass and shove it. She has no power here.
Well, Gozik, who's your representative? And it cannot be Scamos, by the way.
I hope you understand, Waller, that Scamos is more than happy to go on a killing spree through hell.
Oh, I know. Constantine this shit, I understand. Okay. Do you want the Holy Man to represent you, the Dwarf, or Dragon Boy? Those are your three options.
I'm gonna go to Holy Man and say, hey, can you help me out?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna cheat the system further, Waller.
Okay.
You have to go to court.
Oh no.
I'm gonna write the contract up and put his soul in fucking limbo by having him. I'm not gonna sign it.
Wait, what?
Oh no.
I'll have Gaz sign the contract that gives his soul to me, and then I won't sign it. The deal's in limbo.
Okay.
Fuck right off.
Okay. Damn, I had a whole scene planned for that too,
No.
okay?
We are not going. I'm not playing. We're not playing demonic court.
Why not? It would have been awesome!
That would be terrible.
How would that be terrible?
There
Darius
was
in
so
Hell?
much fucking. That's the problem.
Darius in Hell would be hilarious.
Darius and Hell will be a goddamn problem.
I mean, if you
Mostly
want, I
because I
could go
help
to
him.
Cam.
No, the fastest and simplest and safest way until we deal with Tiamat would be just to put the contract in limbo, because then
Okay.
at least if somebody tries to take your soul, well, there's see, I just sign
Bitch,
it really
if
quick.
I
at that
get sent
point.
to hell, my soul gets sent to hell.
God
Fucking,
help everybody down there.
where's my goddamn? Where's my mastermind? Where's my goddamn BFG? Let's fucking go.
Oh my god. Anyway, so
Yeah,
that's how the contract's gonna be written. So you write out your contract. Gozik, do you sign it?
So I basically read it. And
Yeah.
did he explain the part about like not signing it and leaving me in limbo?
no, I'm letting him. You sign it. I don't.
Yeah. So you sign it. It's a regular contract with him. He explains it to you.
The contract basically says you give me your soul, I give you a banana.
I give you banana.
Okay, and just to clarify, we didn't actually go through Demon Hell, did we? Or Demon
No.
Court? Okay.
No,
Not yet.
not yet. And
Oh,
that's
for
why we're
fuck's
not. That's why I'm not signing it. Not yet.
In that case, he goes and like just like wait there like a second. It's like, oh, and then he signs it.
Oh
Then I
my
take it,
god.
I roll it up, and I save it.
Oh boy.
Wait, don't you need to sign it as well?
No, because that's going to bring in a whole nother clusterfuck of problems that we're not dealing with at the moment. All this does is protects your soul, so if something happens to you, I can sign it really quickly, and then we can go.
Then we go to Demon Court.
Wait, you said that over him. Did
Go ahead.
you actually mention Demon Court?
No, I'm not bringing.
No.
I'm not explaining the inner workings of this fuckery to you right now. Your soul is safe enough at the moment, or as safe as it's going to get, which is better than where you were.
Damn. I had a whole scene planned for that. God damn you, Halsworth.
No.
Yes.
We can save that for later, not before we're going into the fucking massive murder fight.
That's a while. That's a ways off, buddy.
I maintain my previous decision of standing for that.
Okay.
Focus on the preparations to kill Tiamat.
Alright. Now, what do we want to do? That's out of the way. That's completed. We have options. We can gather more forces, go to Avalon to gather more forces. You could engage imminently. Or fuck off and go to the west. Who knows? You do whatever you want.
I mean, I think the idea was we were going to go to Avalon to get more forces, right? And basically
No.
check the fucking state of Avalon after it's been under
Yeah.
fucking occupation for since the goddamn start of this campaign.
Yep.
Holy shit.
How are we planning on getting there? Like, are we gonna be
We're-
taking a
we're gonna-
ship or?
We're gonna take the fucking teleportation room, bitch.
Okay.
Which should take you right to the capital. So.
Yep. Kingsfoot.
Yep. So, is that what we're doing? We're going to the teleporter in Porsche?
Yes.
So we gonna bounce.
Yep.
Unless anybody else wants to do anything else.
Minnie, you do get another long rest, so you're level 4s by this point.
Okay.
You're good. So I don't want to completely fuck you over. I could have, but anyway, you guys get to the teleport room. Do you guys have? Okay, let me ask you this, Mr. Porsche, Mr. Porsche CEO. Do we put guards here? Do you order guards in the teleporter room or no?
Oh fuck yeah! There are
Okay,
guards
so
there, dude.
security, armed with guns. So, you guys get on the teleporter. Who's triggering it this time? Be Cam or Scamos, honestly.
Yeah, it's literally one of
Cam
those
will
two.
trigger it.
And we're going to Kingsford. We're going to Avalon, boys. Place we've never been before. All right. So, activate the teleporter. And the same process of going through that you've used so many times before. You guys go through the teleporter, it turns, it activates, everybody disappears, and then you all reappear on the other ends. And it's a dark room. It's like pitch black.
Well, thank God I can see.
Yeah. And it's very cold. It's like bitter. And this is very strange for you, Darius, because I mean it's cold here, but it's not usually like this bad. So especially for this time of year, it's very weird for it to be this cold. It's very foreign to you. And so what do you guys do in the dark? And
I mean,
there's a room.
I mean,
You
it
guys
could
are-
also be placement of the room we're in as well. So
You guys are in the room. It's dark. There is a corridor to the right. Probably leads out, but there's nobody here in the room.
there's nobody in the room.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a door,
Mm-hmm.
and it's abnormally cold
Yes.
from Darius's perspective.
Yes.
So obviously, I have no idea where this room is
Mm-hmm.
at all. Where it
Mm-mm.
would be in the city,
No.
or
No.
so I'm just going to address the party real quick. So, as you could probably all guess, I've never been to whatever room we're in right now, so I'm not sure if it's just because of the room's placement or not, but it is very cold.
Cold.
Yeah, it's
Notice-
colder than it should be, especially for Avalon. Especially in this city.
Let's see where in the Seven Hills we've ended up. Cam
That's
goes to
only
the door
way
and opens it.
I just
Cam goes to the door.
recommend caution.
And do you just open it, Cam?
Yep.
As you start to partly open, you hear it hit something and you hear, ouch! And it sounds like an orc.
Oh!
Yeah.
Bloody zogging git!
Not that. No. Just hear, ouch. And
Oh, sorry, it's more Lord of the Rings orcs. isn't it?
yeah. Yeah. And you feel the door just get ripped open. Yeah, and yeah, there's an orc standing in front of you. And he just looks very upset.
He looks very upset.
And he's like, I was sleeping.
Cam,
Well, he's not hostile then.
Is it not immediately going for weapons?
He is
Cam,
instantly not, but it's Cam. Go ahead, sorry, Garrett. Go ahead, Ganther.
Raises a hand for a moment. Just it says, "I'm terribly sorry, but might I recommend sleeping not on a door?"
Ah, this is my post, so I have to stay here.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, terribly apologize. No, excuse me. He goes to step past him.
Yeah, and he blocks you. He's like, you can't do that.
On the contrary, I think I can.
No.
So far, I'm assuming that he only sees Cam so far.
Yeah, it's just Cam. It's just like him and Cam.
Okay, so Darius is gonna walk up behind Cam. You know,
Well, there's more of you.
Dazek isn't
yeah.
there.
This is your why you've been assigned to guard this? I assume to stop people from using it.
Yes. We don't want
Well,
people to leave.
Well, we're not leaving.
No. But we can't allow people to leave.
So, wait, from this room or from Avalon?
Both.
So you can't allow people to leave from the room that allows people to leave.
Yes.
So if we were to use it again, you would fail your duty.
Potentially.
No, if we were to leave, you immediately fail your duty.
But you just came here. Why would you leave? Did you come through the
I-
wrong teleporter?
Oh no, we meant to come here. The thing is, you're
Okay.
stopping.
What is your
you're-
business
you're-
here? What is your
Well, I'm-
business?
Mainly to check on the state of things. Seeing-
I see.
And for an orc, you're being quite amicable.
I mean,
What do you mean for an orc?
Most of the orcs you saw the last orc I knew, and how that ended.
well, that's all who lives here are orcs. So,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah.
And
Oh,
what
yes,
about all of
but
the
I don't-
people?
I try not to judge the religious beliefs.
So, you're not from around here, are you?
Where are we? This should be Avalon, correct?
Used to be.
What it's called now.
We still are deciding a name as he's sitting there. They're working on that.
Awkward.
Aquads.
Okay, so
Aquads.
I'm just going to refer to it as Avalon, seeing it is the
Hmm.
country of my birth.
Well, it's no longer your country. We took it over.
Right. And
Yeah.
what did you do with all of the people?
They fled or died.
They fled or died.
Yeah.
Okay. And from is there fighting between the orcs right now?
No.
No?
No.
That stopped?
Yeah.
So the orcs aren't really
The
allied with...
the clan council kind of fixed all of that. So
Because I knew there was two factions of orcs fighting.
orcs with democracy, boys. That's all I'm going to say.
I swear to
just
God,
now,
if
like,
I hear a
imagining somewhere.
screaming eagle wearing Spartan armor, I'm gonna... If I see that somewhere in here, I'll be like, nah, motherfucker.
Orcs with democracy.
I'm just like imagining like somewhere in like the city, there's like an orc council, and they're like all wearing suits and like top hats and shit, and look fancy.
I mean, you're not
So-
wrong, Star.
They
Okay.
diplomatically resolved the issues by beating the crap out of one another.
So while you took over this place, you decided instead of
We assimilated
Capture
the Avalonian culture, and it is now orc culture, and we got rid of the people that lived here.
you didn't like capture any
No,
as prisoners,
No.
slaves, no. So you
No.
either just killed them or let them run away.
yes,
Everything from men, women,
yes,
and children.
That is correct.
Darius has a pretty
Jerry's
obvious
about to
face
fucking lose
twitch.
his gasket.
He might just about to be lose his goddamn gasket here. Because one,
Anyway,
his
so
city. Two, he had people he cared about in this city. Darius may just start a one-man fucking crusade in about 5 seconds.
Yep. I mean, this orc's being pretty chill with you guys too.
He's
so.
being pretty chill, but Darius might just lose his shit. Because
You see,
he's not liking what he's hearing.
You see, the Avalonians, the previous occupiers of this territory, put up a fight, and we tried to offer peace, but they said no multiple times, and so yeah, we just steamrolled them because that's what orcs do.
And you weren't even willing to spare the innocent.
No one was innocent.
Children.
Huh. Children were not innocent here. What are you talking about? You are definitely not from here.
I'm not from the higher end of the city. I'll tell you
No.
that much.
Those were all the people that fled.
What? Those from the high end or those from the
Mhm.
low end?
The high end.
So you killed the downtrodden.
They
The
fought
ones that were-
back. They all fought back.
Well, when your city's invaded, what do you do?
Exactly. So they answered with their lives.
They were civilians who
No, they
took
were
arms
not.
to defend themselves and their homes. You didn't have to slaughter them.
They wanted to fight, and when you fight orcs, orcs fight back. You know this.
I do. And my blood is really starting to rise here.
Are there any other orcs around, Waller?
No, he's just the only one here, actually.
well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go enter the outside world rather than leave. So,
Mm, you're not welcome. Your kind's not welcome here. And you all need to stop, or we'll have you arrested and probably shot and/or hung. One of the two.
Good luck with that.
Oh.
right. So, if I may make a rebuttal, disintegrate.
Oh, damn.
Thank you, Cam. 'Cause
Oh,
I was gearing up
damn.
to do that.
Just you guys just watch as
So look, it was either going to be Cam, Darius, or fucking Scammo's about to murder this
All
motherfucker.
three of us were ready to go.
Yep. Yep. So yep, you just watch the orc disintegrate in front of you, Darius.
Thank you.
By my count, that took 5 seconds longer than I expected. Also, I had my my thing on Darius doing it. I'll have to reevaluate this.
All right,
So,
you
if I
heading
remember
up.
correctly, you said that the fleet came back to Avalon.
They were heading this way. They hadn't made it here yet.
They haven't made it here yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a rough estimate when they'll arrive?
Depends. Like there
Oh,
was
shit.
like it's very in the, they it'd take them about a week or so from where they were in Waldenstein, but that could also be dependent on weather and if they run into orcs or not, or other things.
Did he tell us how many
Wait.
orcs?
No, he did not, because no one asked.
Backtrack for a Mount Waller.
Yes, sir.
I completely forgot that I wanted to pick up some tuning forks.
Oh,
I just looked at my spell list and I saw the spell. I was like, wait a minute, shit.
I'll say you can get them if you just look how much they are and just pay. I'll say you have what you need for that.
Specifically attuned to planes.
Yeah, that's fine.
250 gold.
Yep.
Also,
Okay,
too,
fine.
while we're backtracking, I'm assuming that
Mhm,
guy bought the cannon from Porsche and mounted it to float.
mhm.
I think
That was done. That
Okay.
was done. Yeah,
Gotcha.
the breech loader. So
Same.
you don't
basically
have
as
to
before.
drop. Yeah, same gun from before.
Mhm. Okay. Just
So-
wanted to make sure.
Darius, do you start heading up past the ashes of the orc that are on the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. And you open the doors. You guys get you guys get to the top of the stairs, and there's like a cellar door above the top of the stairs. And you guys push it open, and
Before they do,
yep.
Arir's gonna kind of stop Scamos and Darius and be like, "So, Scamos, might be a good idea if you turn instead of Darius into the dragon. What about that orc we just disintegrated so he can go recon, rather than us just walking into whatever's in that room." Or, anything besides just opening the
Us
door and
going
saying
in
"Hello,
there.
world."
Is Darius just gonna open the door?
He's about to.
Is he waiting or no?
If that suggestion was spoken aloud-ish,
It was.
then he. So
Mostly
yeah,
as a
Darius will hold off just to.
Yeah.
If that plan's going through.
You good with that, Darius?
As much as I really want to go one-man crusading right now, odds are probably not in my favor in that regard.
considering they took over a whole, city. I'm gonna assume there's a lot of them. I just don't know how many are in that, next room.
How aligned are they with chaos still?
You don't know. Because that's all kind of in flux right now. With Tiamat possibly under control, who knows? The world has been turned upside down because of what's happened. So that's something that y'all will probably need to find out.
I mean, I have a really fast way we can test that theory.
How is that?
Hi, there's a tiefling in the party.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a tiefling in the party?
No one ever told me. What the hell?
So that's always an option on the table. Is I can just walk out there, and if I need to, just make myself bloop away.
Finer details of it are up to you guys. I just thought I would, suggest what I normally would not suggest if I was drunk. So
Okay. So what are we doing?
And also,
Up to you,
you just hear a
Darius.
disembodied voice is like, I can also go invisible.
Yeah,
Have a
but they'll
look
still
around.
see the door opening.
Yeah. Is this like literally the only way out, Waller?
I mean, yeah, it's the only way out.
Sort of brute forcing our way out something else.
So
Do you want to be an orc, Darius, or do you want me to walk out there as my normal self and see what happens?
I mean, if I walk out there, there's a good chance I may just go off on someone.
So you'd prefer me to walk out there then?
Yes.
Cool. And I'll swing my cloak off and shimmer. Let my illusion shimmer down back
Into
to
the
them.
regular tiefling.
Yep.
Yep.
And out the door I'll go. Very ready, just in case I need to fucking relocate myself.
So the door goes open, and
Yep.
you guys are actually in the middle of a street, or what a remains
Okay.
of a street. And go ahead and roll perception check.
Wonderful. One thing that I don't I haven't been rolling well on. That'll be an 18 on perception.
So you look around, the city that is once Kingsford is just ruins. There is nothing left. And there is not a fucking soul anywhere near you guys.
They stationed one orc all by himself.
Yes, they did.
Wow. Ballsy.
Yep.
I'm gonna just kind of click my tongue twice and bring forth my familiar, and
Okay.
then set it up to fly around really quick to see if it spots anything for us.
How high do you go?
High enough up that it can fly and look around the city.
Okay, so it'll be up taking a minute. The rest, it's gonna take
I mean,
a
I
little
can
bit.
I can
Mhm.
look through it. I can like sense through its senses.
Yeah. Do the rest of you guys? Do you want to get the rest of the party up, or are you waiting?
I'm letting it do that quick circle first to make sure we're all good before I bring the party up.
Yeah, in the immediate vicinity, there's nobody in the rest of the city. It's more of the same. There is what was probably one of the more vibrant cities and very modern cities. It is completely leveled.
Like sifting through the rubble, kind of.
Like, yeah, they were like they mass
Does
torched
this
this
look like
entire city.
Stalingrad 43?
Yes.
Okay.
And mass torchings, explosions, blown out tanks.
Okay.
No
So,
bodies. They picked up the dead, but
y'all are good to come out, but it's a ghost town.
Warrior comes out of the hallway into the street. Well, first time I'm glad to see no one's here.
what's Darius's reaction coming up?
Darius is extremely silent, but there is visible anger on his face. Like he is, like after hearing that, he was hoping it wouldn't, and now seeing the actual destruction that has been wrought, he is very much about to murder any orc he fucking comes across.
Here, orky.
I mean, we've all heard of Goblin Slayer. Nah, that's the pussy game. I'm about to be the fucking orc slayer.
So,
So,
as your familiar kind of keeps going, Scamos,
Mm-hmm.
you do notice that there is a lot of outlying large villages outside of or camps outside the city. And from the looks of it, and from your familiarity with them, these look like war camps, most likely.
Interesting.
So-
Do I see, when I send my familiar in to take a closer look at those things? Do I see anything other than orcs in those camps?
Nope, it's all orcs.
In all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Are they war camps or living villages?
Both. It's like they're big hybridizations of both. Like you can see
Basically,
there's-
initially it started as a war camp.
Yeah,
before
and then
the
they
city,
built
and then
on.
just
yeah.
Families living here and stuff?
Yes.
question. From what's around us, even though it's
Mhm.
destroyed, I'm assuming I recognize this part of the city.
Oh yeah, that's where you grew up too. Like you recognize the street right away, and you're like, oh my god.
real
So-
quick question. I'm gonna
How
try
far
to...
from where I lived?
Like 5 blocks. It's really not that far.
You can see it from here.
Yeah. Literally.
At this point, you could see it from here, yeah, because everything's fucking leveled.
Yep.
So I look towards that direction.
Yep. And
And
you can
it's
see your house in ruin, where you grew up in ruins.
Hey Waller, I'm gonna
Yep.
just turn around and look at the building we pretty much came out of.
Mm-hmm.
With the
It's
cellar.
literally it's a storm cellar in the underground. what would be classed as a storm cellar. So, but go ahead, Darius. You're gonna say something.
Darius, not saying a word, is just gonna march towards that building.
Oh my god! You just watch. You guys all watch as Darius just starts walking towards that direction.
The second, like Darius is
Where
like
are
kind
we
of out of
going?
earshot, I think that orc may have pissed him off.
I mean, if
Should-
you weren't listening to the conversation, this is
Un-
his city. This is where he came from.
Yep.
He grew up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. You can
He's-
join the
he's-
club of Burned Down City Land.
hmm Why is it that fucking Darius and Scamos are able to relate to each other? What the fuck is this?
Uh-huh. So you get to the building, Darius.
hmm
What do you want to do? What are you doing?
Looking around, does it look like there is blood splatters around this building?
You walking in, this building was looking at it. You remember it was an older building in the city to begin with, so it was like made out of wood
Yep.
and things like that. And as you're looking at this, it was probably torched. Like they straight up burnt it.
So anything like distinguishing like a charred remain.
Roll perception check. If everybody else wants to come join, you can too.
Okay.
Damn, it's following our only local guide, but
Yep, following the guy that knows where we are. What'd you get, Darius?
26.
Oh my god. You do remember living here? That there was also a basement, like a sub basement for storage, and like where you would put your supplies and everything like that under it, and that door is actually still intact.
That door's still intact, but looking
Mhm.
around this area again,
It's
charred. Any
charred.
like-
There's no remains here. No,
No remains here.
no.
Okay. I go to that door.
And you notice that the lock is on it still.
Somebody locked it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I hear any like sounds from the other side of the door?
Not. No.
No.
not
No.
now. So yes.
No.
I'm just gonna bust the lock off.
Okay. You punching it? What are you using to bust it?
Well, I'm assuming it's on
First
fucking
question.
wood.
What kind of lock is this? Is this a padlock on the
It's a
outside, or is it
padlock.
the?
It's a
It's a padlock,
padlock.
yeah. Like I could just rip that thing off anyway with my strength.
Yeah. Roll strength check. Roll
I
it.
mean,
I want to see. I want to see if you fail it. I'm gonna laugh if the lock beats you.
Gets a little gets his shoulder on him one.
Pulls the shoulder. Yeah.
so 23.
Yeah, so you're able to just like you guys just see Darius head towards the door in the back corner, and then you just see him like bend down and rip this lock off, and you just see it go flying into a like leaning couple pile of boards, either somewhere else in the building.
You just like hear an owl in like a disembodied owl.
Yeah.
What, it hit fucking Goz or something?
You open it and it's dark, Darius, in the cellar.
I mean, I can see.
Yeah.
Low light, but I can see.
Are you going in? Do you say anything?
I'm gonna take like the first 2 steps.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
And just couple seconds go by, no response.
No sounds of shuffling
Mm-mm.
or anything.
No.
Were you expecting someone?
I'm hoping there's someone.
It was locked from the outside.
Yes, and I am hoping that that was put there in place and a sacrifice was made at least to save someone.
As you walk further, do you take a light source with you, or you're just gonna keep it dark?
I mean, what could I use as a light source in this
You
situation?
have
I
a
don't really-
torch. I think you have a torch if you want to light it.
I mean, I do have a torch. I mean, don't know what I can light it on unless I get Cam or to light it.
You have
Oh no, I should have a
a
tinderbox in my back.
You have a tinderbox and there's a phoenix. I mean, for the love of God, or just use glint. I mean,
I mean, Glint is the Phoenix.
Yes.
I don't know where Glint is though. I don't think Glint's in the building.
No, Glint would not follow you into a cellar.
no.
He's not unless I specifically asked him to.
So I'm just gonna quickly strike the torch then.
Yep. And as you light it, you do see that there is boxes and things in here.
Like, have they been pushed forward, like towards the stairs,
Yes.
like trying to, like,
Yes.
as a barricade?
Yes, they have. And you guys, you didn't notice it initially, but you do get that kind of death smell of there's something down here, or it was down here at one point that was alive.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm just having a flashback to a certain session where we were in a
Yep.
bar.
Yep. Womp womp.
Oh no.
I'm gonna proceed down.
Yep. By the way, y'all know he grew up in an orphanage, right? Just putting that out there.
I think
Just
Scamos is the only one that knew.
Scamos knows, so
Almost knows this.
okay. But yeah, Darius, you walk in and it's getting stronger, and you get to the end of the cellar and there's a closet there and there's like another door. And they had pushed, it looks like somebody had pushed all the boxes towards the entry, and you had to push a couple of the boxes away to get through. But they were trying to block that entryway for as long as they could, it seems.
There's just this one door that I've just cleared
Mhm.
the boxes out of the way of, and
Mhm.
this smell, I assume, is
Mhm.
very strong around this door.
Mhm.
Darius is gonna take that, deep breath, because he knows what he's about to look in on.
Mhm.
He doesn't want to, but he knows, and he's gonna open the door.
Yep. And it is what you thought it was gonna be.
Just a bunch
Mhm.
of dead
Mhm.
kids, probably
Mhm.
ended up starving down here.
Yep.
How old are these bodies?
From looking
Anywhere.
at them, well, no, in terms
Oh,
of
How
decomposing.
long have they been dead?
Yeah, decomposure.
Like, are we talking like just a couple
Months.
of days?
No, months. Months.
What smell is there at this point? They're like-
Because it was sealed. Like the
Oh,
room was
okay, the
actually
room was
sealed.
sealed. Okay.
Yeah.
But
So-
the smell had lingered basically,
Mhm.
and just had nowhere else to go and disperse.
And so it was sealed. So once you guys broke it, it kind of rushed out. So.
All in favor of massacring any orcs in the immediate area, say aye.
Can
What
I
do
use
you
the big
think?
bomb?
Want to be a dragon again, Darius?
I'm going to do this with my own hands, thank you.
Oh.
Okay, then I'll do the dragon this time. There's a
So,
couple villages of orcs out and around the city if you want to go get started.
They showed no mercy. They will get none in return.
Skimos, you feel a
So-
tugging at your tunic.
Yo.
Can I be the dragon?
You had a dragon living in your head for how long?
Yeah.
And you
no,
wanna
that's
be
You
what
one?
want
I'm
that?
actually,
Was.
So I'm assuming that at this these bodies ended up being like huddled together by the time
Yeah.
they were all gone.
Yeah. There's a couple that probably like they scattered off because they were by themselves, and
Like the last couple that sort of
Mhm.
made it.
Mhm.
Cam, can I have one of your oil flasks?
I suppose.
I assume that's him giving it to me then.
Yeah, Cam pulls it up, hand holds it out.
I am going. So
Okay.
Darius is going to gather the couple of the bodies that weren't with the pile,
Mhm.
put them all together,
Okay.
dump the oil over them.
Burn
You
it.
deserved far better than this. But I will make this right, no matter how much blood I spill. And I'm just going to drop the torch on the pile so it goes
Alright.
up.
Waller, is
And-
this pattern of destruction this similar to what happened at my village? Out of curiosity.
Yeah. It's just a larger scale of it, but yes.
But it's the same. It feels,
yeah,
it
the
seems
same.
the same.
Very similar.
Shall we go remove some orcs? Scamus is asking.
So I assume that you guys are still in sort of like that main room as Darius was, cremating the bodies.
Depends on how big this place is, but Cam probably wouldn't
well-
go much farther than the entrance.
Yeah.
Guys, except
I've followed-
front
I
watching
followed-
the streets.
Yeah, I followed Darius in.
So we're kind of spread about, but y'all are within
So-
still talking. Y'all can still talk relatively normally.
So I'm assuming Scamos watched me.
Yes,
Do the
Scamus has
Yes.
just watched this, and once the fire's burned and I've given them a respectable moment of silence, I've then said, "Shall we go kill some orcs then?"
Darius just turns around and pulls both of his blades.
Oh shit.
What
He's
do
about to
you
go full Anakin Skywalker on somebody's ass. Oh
Ah,
god.
nah. Look,
Darius, the orcs are attacking. What shall we do?
this in my hand is the Orc Slayer, and this in my other hand is the Orcling Slayer, because I'm not leaving any of them alive.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's going
They
full
showed
Anakin
no-
Skywalker.
No, it's more Doom Slayer,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay.
it's just sheer unbridled
Anyway.
fucking rage.
Anyway, yeah, you continue. Sorry.
But yeah, no. Like, he's drawing the blade. What do you think? As he just fucking just marches straight out.
I mean, these camps, by the way, like Scamos, these camps are like hundreds of orcs. By the way, they're not small.
Your point.
Okay. Six versus 100. This is gonna go well. Okay.
It sure is.
All right. So you guys start.
Darius,
Mm.
green or
Well-
bronze?
But are you in? You asking me green or bronze?
Yes.
Are
If I
orcs
remember,
poison resistant?
green is poison.
Bronze
just
is
Lightning or no fire? Bronze is fire.
Yeah, we'll do.
Bronze is
I'll do
fine.
bronze. I'll do bronze. We won't dick around with poison.
Because if it's a big camp, fire spreads.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Actually, I believe bronze is lightning.
Is it?
Like,
Because I believe gold is fire, copper is, I think.
I think a couple of them
Frost.
use the same.
There are two metallics that are fire. One
Lightning on
chromatic.
ice.
Most of them it's 1-to-1, but
Mhm.
it's two metallics are fire, and then there's two. There's two
I think
poisons for chromatics.
And silver is lightning, or lightning or ice, if I remember.
Ice.
Ice. Yeah.
This will be fun.
I want to say black and green are both poison.
All right.
Oh, fuck it. I can just Google this shit.
So Darius. Darius, are you just walking? With your swords out?
Oh yeah, he is moving. Like it's walking, but it's walking with a purpose.
Okay, brass
So
is
it's not
fire,
quite a
bronze is
standard
lightning.
walk.
Everybody
Yeah.
following him?
Yeah, bronze is lightning.
Yeah, bronze
I'm
is
searching that up.
This will be fun. Where do we want? Where do we want to?
Also, can go in water a lot better because I believe they do that. Live near water.
I think bronze are the ones that talk your fucking head off.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they and bronzes usually live in the no, that's copper that lives in the desert, isn't it? Or is it bronze?
Brass.
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 I
And
actually
blues.
just looked that up.
Because there's
But
one
either
that
way.
lives where blue dragons basically live, and it's a
Mhm.
massive size difference if I remember correctly. Because blues are like the second largest for the chromatic.
After red, if I remember right.
Yeah. And then like it's one of the two smallest of the metallics that lives in the exact same territory as that.
Covered. But either way.
Darius, as you start walking, are you just going beelining to the closest camp, or
Mm-hmm.
okay? Gamos, everybody else following him.
I mean, Scamos is gonna be Just wait
Okay.
until we have enough space, and as soon as we have enough space, it's go time.
All right. So Darius, what do you do you say anything, or are you just that purpose? I'm just locked in.
Literally just take any scene that has fucking goddamn Doom guy.
Okay.
He don't fucking speak when he pissed off.
So
Again,
as you guys reach the outskirts of this part of Kingsford, or the ruin formerly known as Kingsford, Darius, you do see kind of up towards the camp. You see there's a couple of orcs that were on wargs that have. Oh look! I see people. I see
Yumis.
I see people, or I see persons on the horizon, kind of thing, and you see like 10 of them start coming down at the hill at you.
10 of them start coming down at the hill at me.
Yeah.
How far are they out?
From where you're standing to where they are, they're about
Give me a distance.
half a mile ish.
More
Like
of
they're coming, they're running. You're seeing them coming down the hill
How
into
close are
where
they together? Like, are they in a cavalry charge formation?
we're traveling in a protective formation, not really a charge, but
Perfect.
more of
How close are they
fucking
together?
perfect.
they're
Because
in
I'm
a
about to sow a lot of fucking disorder.
okay.
While seeing this, I'm gonna. So I'm still holding the Avenger. I'm gonna take my silver sword, have it shrink back down, sheath it,
Yeah.
pull Gunganir,
Okay.
and then as soon as they enter that 300, I am yeeting it straight past them and triggering Gunganir's effect.
Cannot just attack random people we come across.
They're orcs.
And
I'm
you're
angry.
human.
Yeah. Hold on. Oi. Oh, that's why you're barking, Dad's home.
So you guys watch as Darius like switches to the spear, and he just keeps walking. He's got the sword and the spear, and the orcs are coming down the hill quite rapidly. And you're judging the
And-
distance, Darius. And you're like, okay, they're close enough.
Yeet.
You just and
There
do you,
it-
tr- you go ahead, Cantor.
I was having this conversation with him to try and
Yeah.
forestall this. What does
Darius-
it matter
what does what matter?
that they're orcs? You said they're orcs. I said you're human.
they wiped out my city,
Really? They did?
slaughtered
Cam
innocent
points
people.
at the 10.
At the tent, they were probably part of it. And if they weren't, they're part of the orcs that are now living here on the land that they've decided to claim after slaughtering innocent people. Darius is still pissed. Darius's logic is very simple of, you spill innocent blood, you fucking hang with these fuckers, you're dying.
If it's green, it dies, and then Gothic just looks at his clothes. Oh no.
So should I light you on fire then?
Are you implying that I have slain innocent people?
You hang with them, as you so eloquently put it.
Oh,
I
damn.
became
Oh,
estranged
damn.
of that. And again, estranged again. Still estranged.
You are
Not
a
even
very
part of that religion.
strange group, yes.
And I never was part of the ones that
Church?
probably did your bit, the Inquisition.
Part of the church? No. What is your
Well, are
point?
these guys charging at us? As they're charging at us, are they lowering weapons?
No. They're just riding out to you. Probably to intercept you and see what's your business at this point. But go ahead, curious, you were saying something.
I mean, I said it.
Okay. Cam, do you have a response to that, or are you gonna let him throw it, or are you gonna try and stop him?
Then what would he do?
Wasn't it orcs that imprisoned and massacred your people, Cam?
Yeah.
You'll notice I'm not running around burning them alive.
Oh, I ain't
Didn't
intend
seem
on
to be the
burning.
stance you took when we were in your village, well, your city still.
Mm-hmm.
As I recall, they were attacking us at the time.
When we went after the camp, not when they were attacking us in the city, but when we went after the camp in the village, I guess is more what I'm referring to.
The camp in the village?
Remember
the
where
camp
your
where the
parents were and stuff?
your
Oh,
prison-
that
the
one.
That part.
prison camp,
Different
know,
island.
like
Yeah.
massacred everybody there because
Those were
you
technically,
know,
those were orcs too.
all of the
so-
orcs that were there that were doing that shit. Like
Yes, and
we
they
thought
were
all of your people were
actively
dead.
they were actively preventing them from leaving.
And I'm gonna
They
kind
were
of gesture
on
at the
the walls
village. I'm gonna
themselves.
gesture at the village that's been completely destroyed.
The
I
city.
don't see any humans here.
The
Did
city.
you see? And well, yeah. And now, if you would come down inside the basement of the orphanage to see all the dead bodies of the kids that were there, and I'm gonna point towards the orcs, they caused.
Really? They did? Them
Yeah.
specifically?
Yeah, considering if you recall what our friend said before you disintegrated him,
That they steamrolled the city.
that the orcs here that are living here now are the ones responsible for all this. They bear the weight of it.
Yep.
All I recommend is we give them a moment to speak. If they do something to suggest that they're involved, then sure.
It probably is not a bad idea too to at
If
least get one for
they're-
questioning.
If when they have nothing to suggest that they're any more involved than we are,
And so the group is getting closer. They're
I
coming
assume
into
they're in
range.
at this point.
Yeah, they are. Does Darius eat the spear?
I mean, no one's stopping him. So he's gonna eat it because he is pissed.
Leave one for questioning.
As Darius draws the spear back to throw, Cam just grabs it at the back of the path,
Roll
I
me a
guess.
grapple check. Contest a check, boys. if you guys want to contest it. If you don't, Darius, that's fine. But I will allow that to happen.
I mean, Darius is going off like instinct
Sure.
and rage.
Yeah.
If he's grabbing the back as I've thrown it back, ready to yeet, so he's already started moving his body. As soon as he's got it in that position back, he's already moving to throw it.
Hmm.
So he's already about to start that moment as he grabs it. So instinct is just having Darius fucking yeet it. So it would be a contested one.
Yep.
Is strength, yeah.
Yeah, strength
Yep.
check for grapples.
There's my dice.
What's your mod?
0. 14.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 19 on the die and I have a mod of 8. So
Cam, you go to reach for it. You do grab it, but you start feeling that momentum build, and you realize, oh
second
crap, I need to let this go, or I'm probably going with it. Go ahead.
If he's not doing a if he's doing a tight throw, not like a loose throw, then Cam's just gonna fucking knock smack down at it just to disrupt the aim.
So you're gonna disrupt the aim?
He's just gonna
Yeah.
try and make it miss.
If he can't make it stop,
Yeah. So
Oh,
okay.
So you're disrupting the aim of
what
the
you're
attack,
throwing
yeah?
it at.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one of these orcs is about to get impaled because I wasn't gonna hit any of them.
Yeah. So
Because
As you do-
Gungnir has a fear effect if I don't hit people.
There's a lot of area that isn't orc.
So you guys watch as like Cam like kicks the angle of like you kind of feel the angle go up as you throw it, Darius, and you're like, oh no, it's not
like-
where I want. You know, you're like, and you guys watch this thing, and it's like watching Olympic javelin, and it's going like almost straight vertical instead of like long, and you're like, is that gonna come down? And like this thing is going up at this point. Like Darius's strength plus the angle, this thing is like going into orbit high. And Darius, you're like, huh?
I'm just like,
Question for the DM.
Yes.
Would a reader know, based on how fast the group is closing versus how fast the spear went up, which will happen first?
It'll be at the same time.
oh shit.
Reader just says, well, both things will happen at the same time, so we better, kind of move a little bit.
So the spear is gonna come down on the orcs as they fucking run into.
Yes.
If they keep the
Can you
same speed,
recall it?
yes.
I mean, he technically could if he wanted to.
I could recall it, yeah.
Are you going to though? I need to know that.
Reader looks
As
up
it's
and
coming down, I'm watching it and I'm judging how it's gonna land.
Oh, it's going. You guys like it's gonna go through like it's not the first one that's gonna get to you. It's gonna probably go through the second one. When they get up to, if you guys back up from that point.
So how much distance would there be between us? Will I be able to get another throw in before?
No,
No.
it's all. This was the only throw you got at this point. Because by the time it comes back down and they get here, they're gonna be on top of you. So.
well, you may have time enough to ask one question.
So as you guys are sitting there, they come up closer. Do you recall it, Darius? You got
Because it's
one more.
because my intent has just been fucking disrupted heavily.
Yep.
I am gonna recall it.
Okay. Damn, that would have been hilarious.
Somebody
Here.
seems to have forgot the fight with the purple dragon. When Darius
So-
made it piss itself and run away.
So, as you recall, the war party at this point gets up to you, and they stop, and the lead orc approaches you all on top of his work. What brings you here, human? Looking right at you, Darius.
Darius
Scammer.
is very pissed off looking.
Did you not
Um,
hear about the treaty?
treaty?
There's a treaty. Yes, the treaty
What treaty?
that all humans were to return to Stonehaven or be executed.
What did it say about dwarves?
The orc just looks at you. It doesn't even say anything. He's just glaring at you.
He's just glaring at the dwarf.
Yeah.
Got it. So worse. Okay.
By the way, they're holding guns. Like they don't. This is they pretty much are pretty heavily. They're heavily armed. They've got
holding
guns.
guns?
Yes, they have guns.
So while this is going on, I may be
Invisible.
invisible and just
Mhm.
lining up with the
Mhm.
PTRD and some special ammo that I kept from the dragon fight.
Okay.
Just in case.
Why don't you know about the treaty, human?
Because I have only just returned to Avalon.
Hmm. Well. See that you don't know about this treaty. You get one opportunity, leave, return where you came from, and never return. Here. Or you'll be found in violation of the treaty.
The treaty between who?
Orcs and the humans, of course. The ones that survived.
So you did destroy the city and kill everyone here.
The ones that didn't want to leave. Or couldn't. The ones
So
that
you
wanted
killed.
to fight.
So you
Or
killed
couldn't.
people that couldn't leave.
Yeah.
You killed people. You just decided to massacre them all.
Well, they fought. All
I'm
of
gonna
them
look.
fought.
I'm gonna look at Cam and go. Good enough for you?
Seems good enough.
Seems good enough for me.
All right. Are they close enough, Waller, for a fireball?
Oh yeah, like
And they're
they're
grouped together enough that they'll all be
yeah,
caught in it. Cool.
pretty
I'm gonna
much.
cast
Wait.
fireball on all of the orcs and their mounts in that area at 5th level.
Arrears, before you do, Arrears like, wait, can I try something?
It's already on its way, buddy, and I need to
Damn.
go get more dice real quick.
fireball.
Fireball.
Arrear throws as he does that, Arrear throws a lit dynamite stick at one of them and says, catch.
Does
Does he? And then
roll me a strength check here. See
Wouldn't
if
it be
you see
dexterity?
how your aim.
because they're right there.
He's throwing a dynamite stick at them.
I'm gonna test how well the
Well,
sphere
he's
works.
like underhanding it, like, here, catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing dexterity.
So he's not like
Yeah.
trying to peg someone with it. He's just doing like the passing throw. So. Jesus, you two, calm the fuck down.
I like how Cam just went from we need to see what they have to say to an immediate.
fucked up.
18 total.
What was it? 17?
18 total.
18? Yeah, no. You just like watch it. He underhands like. You go to underhand it, and then you look at it, and you're like, "Oh, I could just freaking tomahawk through this," and you literally just like over the head, and just like here catch, and you just throw it right at the orc's face, and you time it just right to win the it ignites off of the
Off the fireball.
and the fireball at the same time. Like it's not lit. You don't light the stick, but the fireball hits and the dynamite gets lit and explodes.
And I cast
As-
the sphere around the explosion
Yes.
to contain it.
Okay.
Just around your explosion.
Yes, mine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like literally around the unit. or-
The
yeah,
one guy.
The one guy.
That
Okay.
one poor bastard is sucking that up on his own.
Yep.
So
Yep.
all right.
Because
And
it's
then-
too
you
close
said
for.
and then the rest of them will get caught.
Well,
in the
it
fireball.
literally just bounced off his head, so that's gone off right next to his goddamn face as well.
Yep.
Well, he's about to contain. Yeah. And Arrear's got his notepad out. He's taking notes.
Also, Waller, once the
Yep.
fireball, like basically, I'm just waiting for like them to start it, and once the fireball is pretty much over I'm gonna be taking on any stragglers.
Okay. Yeah, fireball's gonna get most of them. How much damage did you do?
I'm doing math really quick.
Oh my god.
Also gonna have Plode burrow underground and get ready to start pulling them underground.
24,
Fucking Plode turns into a graboid.
32 points of. It is 32 points of fire damage to everybody that is inside that.
Okay. They're all on fire too, aren't they?
Flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried are on fire.
Okay. Well, sadly, what they're wearing is flammable, so they are on fire. So,
Hide
yep.
in cloth.
Kaboom.
Yep. So an explosion, fireball, and all 10 of them are dead.
Sphere was a great success.
So everyone there's dead.
Yes.
Yep. Disintegrated immediately.
And just like after that, you just like see Gothic just like starting to prepare, and you like a spell, and you're just like, oh, they're all dead. Well, Dantho is that at least.
Sphere finishes his
Now
notes,
can
looks
we
up.
go ahead and raise this place to the ground?
Very much so.
I'm more hinting at Cam. Like, is Cam finally okay with us going ahead and raising this place since we know they
Yeah, some of those words he said pissed Darius off even more.
Did they have like a uniform on of some form?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
They were wearing, and Darius, as an insult to you, at being from Avalon, they were wearing Avalon military uniforms built for made for orcs.
Like they customized them for
Yes.
orcs. So basically, you would have seen these uniforms before
Yes.
at the port in Waldenstein.
Yes. They literally
If-
co-opted the entirety of their culture. Yes.
If they're wearing uniforms like those, it rather sounds like we're on a war footing.
I mean, yes, it is a war.
One recommendation. Can we at least leave one of them alive for, questioning? How many are there? What were their intentions? Where the rest of them, the basics.
Who's in charge? Basic demographic questions in any RPG.
Yep.
While I love the, ability to test a whole lot of stuff on them, maybe useful information.
So Darius, you guys keep continuing to the village at this point?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gauze is now a disembodied voice again.
Okay.
Just
Time
okay.
passes, and you guys are within the village for each at this point.
I'm not going into the village.
No?
No, I'm
He's
going to
going
stop
over
outside
it.
of the village. Yeah, I'm going to stop outside of the village. I'm going to transform myself with polymorph into an adult bronze dragon.
Oh my god. This is
And then
where the
we're gonna-
party becomes the bad guys. Okay.
The
Are we the
guys.
bad
Poor
guys?
orcs. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Waller, they torched my entire village and massacred everyone I knew there.
Yep,
They did the
yep.
same to this city. Fuck
Yep.
these people.
And they also did it to the fucking Dragony boys.
Yeah.
Scamus.
Orcs are scum.
Are you asking Scamos a
Sorry.
question before he transforms?
No, this is out of character. Do you have any
Okay.
debts with you?
No.
No.
Oh, never
But
mind.
trust
Okay.
me, if I could bring them through right now, oh God help the orcs.
I just needed 2 for a plan, but
I
never mind.
mean, here's the thing. We could technically say you had one with you to communicate with the deaths if you wanted to start them this way.
Start the horde.
Yes.
No, we're not going to do that. We're going
We'll
to do it
see.
the old-fashioned way.
I will say we might also at some point want to get them moving to Waldenstein as well. If we forgot that.
I think the order was
thought-
already given to get them moving to Wallenstein.
Oh,
They
okay.
were.
I thought we
Oh.
had one at each city so they could do the communication thing.
Yes, they do.
Oh god.
So you guys get to the
Alright.
edge of the village, and there's one orc walking out to you all now. Like, yeah, he's getting pretty close, Darius.
Cool. This is one orc on his own, yeah?
Yep, by himself.
And there's
So-
He's got a gun.
And there's a dragon in the background.
Oh, he's got a gun.
Yeah.
He's
He's
got a
got a
gun.
gun.
Like,
I'm
how
assuming-
close is he?
I'm assuming uniformed as well.
Yes, uniformed.
Okay.
And he puts his gun up, very, very human-like in response, holds it basically parallel with the ground, basically like, hey, stop. And he's yelling at you, stop right there, what is your business here?
How far?
Probably 100 feet at this point.
Cool. You stop right, Spear.
Jesus Christ! So you guys just watch the spear get chucked, and
Yep.
he goes to, like, he sees the spear coming, and he goes to, like, turn to fire, and then gets impaled.
I don't even have to roll it. It just
No,
fucking straight up.
Just straight up kills him. Welcome to some cinematic fucking battle fights. We're not even doing initiative, so
Damn it, Darius.
y'all are at that high a level anyway, to where you guys are probably gonna one shot most of them regardless. So
Oh.
yes, we are that far in D&D, boys. So
I'm just gonna hear as Scamos finishes transforming into a dragon. How do you want me to do this, Darius?
Though Darius is extremely, fucking extremely pissed off. If they're in uniform, they die. If they fight, they die. If they sit there, they live. I will be better than them.
Remember, we just need
Do you want me
one.
to avoid? Do you want me to avoid destroying all the tents then? More just herd people out into the open so we can solve it.
Oh, if it's a
appropriately?
fucking military tent, by all
Well,
means.
no,
nuke
I'm
the
talking
fucking
like the
bitch.
civilian tents that are in there.
Oh yeah, civilian tents don't fucking nuke the
Like
civilian tents.
avoid destroying civilian infrastructure, but if it's got a military uniform, if it attempts to hurt me, it dies.
Yep.
I'm literally
I mean,
going to use the dragon's
even if it's not in
tail to
uniform
give-
and attempts to hurt you, it dies.
I'm going to give Darius a salute with the dragon's tail,
oh
and
my
then
god.
launch myself into the sky.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
You said you went bronze.
Yes. Yes.
So
Because it was
lightning will rain.
yeah,
Bitch
which
shot
actually I
with
think is
Casper.
better in this case too, because then I won't accidentally set like half the tents on fucking fire while.
You
we're
might if you
doing
hit the
this.
gunpowder tent.
Well,
so-
yeah, but if I don't like I'm not gonna torch
hey-
half the civilians because the fire got out of control here. Like I can
Yeah.
be a little more precise with the.
By the way, as you go airborne,
Mhm.
Scamos, you hear a bell being rung somewhere in the military side of the village.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oh my god, they're here!
Dragon!
Yeah, and everybody's starting to wake up. Just hear ding!
So just for a quick second, I just have to do this because it just popped in my head. Scamos in the air, hearing the bells.
Yep.
I am the storm. Because it's not I am fire because he's not breathing fire. He's breathing
Yeah.
lightning. So he
Yeah.
is the storm in this situation. Their storm of fucking reckoning.
This will be fun.
I think we've needed like something where we just fucking massacre a load of shit right now. We do.
And
More like Darius and fucking Scamos are on one-way revenge paths for their cities now.
Oh yeah.
And so you start seeing all these orcs like kind of coming out in the hodgepodge of like uniform
what-
shirts and
They're like,
pants
what's going on
and-
though? They're sort of half holding their weapons correctly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what? We're under attack. What's
What?
happened? Literally, I
Dragon
suspect because I would
bitch.
have just kept moving. This one orc, like, as he gets out of his tent, is like, what the fuck's going? As he turns, just
Holy
decap.
Avenger to the face.
Oh yeah, decap. Just straight up decap.
You guys are just watching as Darius is going full blown murder machine through the
Also,
village.
any of them that are too close to each other are catching a spreading radiant damage from
Gee.
each kill. So it's
So-
literally I'm just cleaving.
Toll the town bell.
Who else?
Toll
Who else
the
is
town
joining?
bell.
Question.
Yes.
From Maru's perspective, does it look like Darius and Scamos basically have most of this covered?
I mean,
There's going to be a lot more
Yeah.
running out in a few minutes.
yeah.
They're all disorganized right
Here's
now.
the
This is-
thing, you're getting this perspective. Maybe I shouldn't get in the way.
Yeah, right.
You don't want to stand in front of me right now.
Arrear's
I'm
gonna
cast
scavenge
Twin
for
Wall in front of Derek. Nah, kidding.
Arrear's gonna scavenge for the materials he wanted earlier: the steel, the iron, the wood.
Yeah,
Which
it's, so he's just walking through behind, like, ooh, that's what I need.
Ooh, a
Yep,
piece
and
of
you're
candy.
picking up the stuff. You're picking up the stuff you're needing.
Yeah,
as you're going
basically.
through.
He's just handing them to Plode to carry.
pretty much.
Cam,
He's
are you doing
always-
anything? Or are you just kind of following Darius?
He's scavenging the battlefield before it's even finished.
I feel like Cam is acting as Darius's leash right now.
Cam was just kind of following.
Yep.
Like I'm not really expecting anything to get close enough to bother with.
Yeah.
I mean, if it starts to approach you, you just go fireball. Just keep going.
By the way, so Scamos, are you just doing like passes, like low?
I'm doing passes with the very strict intent of destroying military infrastructure and trying to check fire on any civilian infrastructure as best as I
Okay.
can.
Do you do see that there's a couple of orcs that are on wargs running out of the village at this point and running
Okay,
away?
I'll go munch on them. Are they in
Oh.
uniform?
No, they are not.
They're not.
Okay.
Okay, then I will not go munch on them.
They are fleeing from the village because, oh god, we're under attack. Somebody help us.
They're like
Probably.
civilians.
They're
Yeah.
like, who's launching a massive counterattack? There must be an army attacking it. It's fucking 6 dudes.
Yo,
Five dudes and a
Five.
dragon.
five dudes and a dragon.
Which, by the way, I can do this 2 more times. Actually, I can do this 4 more times if I burn all of my spell slots.
Yep. So you guys are just watching this, and Darius is just going to just town.
Just so you know, Gunganir is still technically in that first orc.
Yeah, he hasn't recalled it yet.
Yeah, I have not recalled it. It's still in that first orc. I'm just going around with my 2 blades, and the shield's just sort of floating, doing
Yep.
its damn thing.
No,
while
but
I'm
Arrear
just
did pick up that
cutting
guy's
my way
weapon.
through.
Like you see one of them, like you see like 2 of them charged with bayonets on your on their rifles at you, Darius, and I think you just parry one, and then you stab the other as you're parrying it, because the other one just flat out misses, and you just are tearing through orcs.
So wait, so I parry one, I stab the other. This
Yep.
motherfucker blows up in a radiant, like
Yeah.
radiant energy just radiates off this motherfucker and just kills the other guy.
Yeah, it's basically.
Are there
Weird.
anyone that I'm noticing that appear to be surrendering or like just trying to hide inside the village?
They haven't come to that point of the realization yet if that's probably what they should be doing. Because you guys are only not even the quarter way through this village yet. And yeah, it's
So basically, what's happening is
I'm mostly keeping an eye out for civilians with the
Yeah.
intent to, if people do start surrendering, at least somewhat help try and not.
by the way, there's a group of 10 that are starting to shoot at you. And
A
like
group
they're
of
all in a
10.
line and they are trying to shoot at you.
Okay,
Oh,
then
they're
I'll
trying to
just
volley
line,
you.
then I'll just
Yeah.
line them up like they're in a straight line, and then hit them with a lightning breath, and we'll just
Oh boy.
we'll just
Yep.
we'll gal run this real quick.
Nope.
we need
I-
air support. Gotcha. Wah!
if they're in formation volleying at you, they're gonna wheel to
Yep.
always be facing you. You won't be able to
but
get a
these are
good line
orcs.
off.
I have a feeling that they eventually will make a mistake.
Buying your time.
Yeah. I
They're
if
very
I had to,
distracted. I mean,
Yeah.
they're distracted by him as it is. They're not paying attention to what else is going on. in
Oz,
the
are you
village.
going to shoot or are you just letting Darius and Scamos go?
You can't really see this, but he's got like a thing of popcorn. And he's just like munching on it while he's walking along.
Every now and again, just a random like popcorn kernel just fucking
You ju-
appears on the floor.
You just
And
like
what-
hear
ones that
crunch.
spill.
You just like hear crunching in between
Crunchy,
like the
crunch,
sword
crunch, crunch.
fighting. No, in seriousness,
By the way,
I'm still invisible, just walking behind Cam because he's just like going wow. What the fuck?"
Darius, you figure out where the village chief's tent is. The commander.
Oh,
And
so I'm
he's-
able to pinpoint the commander's
Yeah.
tent.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's straight beeline for that motherfucker.
Yep. By the way,
Munch.
they're using so you recognize outside the tent like Avalonian military, like they're using the freaking colors and shit from one of the regiments that was in Kingsford. Like it's legitimately it's the old, you recognize it, like they did not remake them, they just flat out stole it. So
I'm assuming that the commander has not left his tent yet.
he is coming out right now.
As he's coming out,
Yep.
like, has he come out full dawned, like
Oh,
ready
yeah.
for this? Like, at
Oh,
the moment
yeah.
he heard the alarm, he was like taking his time to make sure he had his
Yep.
shit sorted.
Yep.
And then as he steps out, he just sees a lone armored warrior, just death behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Like two other people.
Like
enjoying the show.
the view, like if this is the television show, it's showing Darius walking up with both swords in his hand, the shield, and you just see Scamos flying like across the top of the screen and just like lightning bolting that group of people trying to volley him, and you just watch all these freaking orcs die. It's the battle pose of right before a one-on-one starts, and
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. And you see him pull out he actually pulls out a sword, and he is two-handing the sword.
Oh, so I'm
It's
assuming
a
it's a great
big,
sword.
it's a bastard sword, yeah.
That's a bastard sword.
Mm-hmm.
That bastard.
So Darius, so he pulls this out. He's looking at Darius. It's just like,
Let's go.
fight and die then.
Yeah.
Darius just steps in, goes for a low swing at his leg with the Holy Avenger
Mm-hmm.
in his right hand.
Roll in a sack.
So, what is my modifier? It's plus 16 to anything I roll.
Jesus Christ.
That belt of giant strength, motherfucker. $31.
Yeah, you do get a gash into him, but you don't complete all the way through. Like it hits him.
Oh, so that's fine. So I've just swiped at one of his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Then as that connects and starts to be drawn away, swing with the other weapon
Yep.
towards a high.
Roll it.
32.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
So that one hits as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming not dead.
No.
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 No. Fine. Smite.
Okay. Roll
We
your
catch it.
damage.
Roll the damage on the smite.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4d6 if I remember correctly. Been a while since I actually had to use smite. Holy fuck. That's my crusader. Smite. Because I did multi-class. Yes, I'm multi-class. So I'm technically 14 as a crusader. So, okay. 5 and a 6. 4. 15.
Okay. And you smite him and pull the swords back, and he goes to one knee because you took his taking
I
his
took
took his
his
leg,
leg out.
and he takes his sword and he's like propping himself up on his sword for a second, and then he just looks up at you and he's like, "But why?"
Why? I'm assuming. Can we still see Kingsford from here?
I
Like,
mean,
would you
yeah.
Yeah. Why? Look that way. And ask me that question again.
But we had a deal, and there's a reason we don't live in the city, or we're leaving it as it is.
unfortunately for you, I was not here for that deal.
Hmm.
You stained your hands with innocent blood.
So you speak for the Avalonian government, then?
No, I speak for myself and all the innocents that were slain here.
But no one
I
here was
am
innocent.
their vengeance.
No one here was innocent.
They stood to defend their homes. If your civilians stand and defend themselves, they will die with honor. If they surrender, they will live. I am not a monster.
Well, apparently you are, because look at what you've
In
done
your
to my
eyes,
men.
maybe. But it doesn't matter.
No.
I'm not going to stop until that atrocity has been avenged fully. And with that, I'm just going to swing the blade.
And by the way, he's gonna roll a counter.
He's gonna
And
roll a
yeah, he's gonna, as you go to swing to bring it down, he actually pulls his sword out of the ground and he's going for a gut shot. And that will be 29 to hit.
I'll hit. That's fine.
And you guys see it go through, and it gets through your armor, Darius, and he will do 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage.
Yeah, and you guys see, like, as the blade, the sword blade's like actually going through Darius. And then you finish it, Darius, by the way. As he stabs you, you basically just finish
Decap him.
Yeah.
Not
And the
even gonna
sword
gra-
is actually stuck in you, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, oh yeah.
It's
I'm
stuck.
just gonna. I'm literally just gonna put one of my blades to its crossguard and just fucking force it out that way.
Ah.
Because 20 points of damage to Darius.
Not a lot, but
Not a lot.
no.
He may have stuck me. A valiant death for that one. That's fine.
Yeah. By this point, like between you and Scamos, like the war side of like all the warriors here are pretty much done or have fled.
They're
So,
either like they've thrown down their arms and they're just either
Yeah.
surrendering or
You do find, do you guys go through, like, are you guys going through the village? Like, are we looting this too?
I mean,
I'm just corralling all of the ones that surrender as a dragon,
yeah,
like into one space.
Pam and Arir, roll me perception checks.
I mean, I'd be searching the commander's tent definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what it's
Arrear's
gonna
found
be.
a cart, and Lode's pulling the cart, and basically, as Darius kills things, Arrear picks up their gear and puts it on the cart, as well as any good material he's finding.
There's guns. There's just
Oh,
guns.
yeah.
Like you just see all these piles of guns.
There's like broken off legs with still
Yup.
pieces of equipment on because he wants the
Yup.
metal.
Arir is turning into that guy that goes to the ship's copper all the time.
Well, Arrear's preoccupied. You said perception?
Yeah. Cam, do you
25.
do you look at any of the tents or anything as they're going through, or?
12.
Cam's keeping an eye out around and not
Cam,
like going and searching all the tents, but as he
you
passes tents, glancing inside.
You glance inside and you actually see there is a human in one of these.
Cam stops
And-
for a moment and goes, like conscious human, I'm assuming?
Yeah, they're just like staring at you. Like you guys catch eyes as you like walk by, and he's chained up to something in this tent. Like he's got like chains on.
What kind of something?
Big piece of wood,
Okay.
like buried in the ground.
So just a fucking post.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically
he's chained to a post.
chained to a post.
Why
And
are you
all-
here?
They kept me prisoner.
What, just because they liked having you around?
No, because I was important.
Because I was important. I think the next question's obvious there.
Care to elaborate?
Well, release me first.
Just
Does
ask
anything
you
look
who you
weird
are.
about him?
I mean, are you with him, Gothic?
I was
or no?
following behind Cam pretty much,
Okay.
and I like almost bumped into him. possibly.
Looking at him, he's fairly young, and you've met some Avalonian aristocracy before. He's got the look of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do I feel like this is going to be like the Crown Prince?
No.
No.
It's the king.
No.
The prince died. I mean,
He
the king,
was the
the current king died.
King's Lucaster, and he's not here right now. Anyway.
What?
Yeah. Out of characterly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
for the fucking. That wasn't for Avalon. That was for Balan, the land.
Oh. Anyway. No, he's this guy's chained up. He's like, well, I'm a formerly serving officer of the Avalonian military.
I'm assuming that there's no like lock or key or there's no key around.
Not that you can see. It's the orc who had the key ran off, and it probably got. I guess that was a dragon I saw. I'm not sure.
There are events happening, yes.
I see you're a humanoid dragon. I'm confused.
You don't get out much, do you?
No, I wasn't commissioned too long ago. Let's just say I made captain because there wasn't a lot of choices.
I assume you grew up at some point, though. You had a childhood, yes. Heard about the world,
I mean,
even if only in the stories.
If you was aristocracy, it was probably more of court etiquette and shit like that, rather
yeah,
but, like
they
gossip
didn't
and
really.
perhaps.
than it would be more of if he had to meet one of your kind, he would have been informed of your kind, most likely.
Yeah,
Seeing as most of the races that
and
I'm
he's
with-
also.
hold up,
You got to
hold up.
remember, this is the one that he's probably him being
Question.
an officer. If he's aristocracy like that, go ahead.
So you mean to tell me that the aristocracy, the
Mhm.
ones more concerned with the state of the economy and
Mhm.
international events,
Mhm.
are not going to
Depends on the
gossip
level.
about events in other nations?
Oh, they will.
but it also
But they don't
depends
believe
on-
that humanoid dragons were an actual thing.
This entire fucking island.
I know, right?
Big one. It's right next door.
I know.
It's
I know.
like saying that the British don't believe that Frenchmen are a thing.
Well,
I
they
mean,
didn't.
are they really a thing though?
I mean, if we got rid of France, would we lose anything?
I mean, here's the thing. What did they talk about the Celts for like forever? Like everybody, like the Romans and the Britain, like the early Britons, they were very much like they
You
were
just
more
assume that
myth
they-
than actual. Like,
You mean the Scots?
yeah, Scots
re-
and I include the Irish in that too. I'm just saying.
The French thing's already been tested. Germany took it
Yeah.
over and no one was sorry except the war that happened after.
But you know, they've heard the stories, but they never thought they were true. That's more of the perspective of what you're getting here.
Basically, any of the aristocracy that probably met your kind were probably high-ranking aristocracy, like they are part of
High-ranking
the
or
King's Court.
Or
so-
they live locally enough to you guys that they would just deal with you, but that word really didn't travel this far south. Let's just put it that way. Because Kingsford is very much from the far south of
Yeah, it's-
Avalon. So
yeah, it's all the way down the bottom now.
like I said, it's very this part of Avalon. It's more of like, oh, dragon men are a myth kind of thing.
would have been a rare sight.
Yeah.
Still feel like that they'd be as much of a myth as like Frenchmen and Spaniards were in Britain, because yeah,
Yeah. The shock of him probably realizing, oh, why the heck are you here, kind of thing, would also probably get to him. So. And they're also conceited as shit, as Darius can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Nobility being nobility.
Mhm. Yeah, he's like, well, will you unchain me, or?
right. Suppose I shouldn't expect any less. And Cam, yeah, goes to see about trying to free the dude.
Yeah, it's super easy. Like, you guys sit there and look at it. It's like, oh, it's just you cut the chains and get him off of him. And he's like, well, I appreciate it. My name is.
I can hear him
Timothy.
typing in.
Call me Timothy. No,
I can hear him
Timothy.
typing in that name generator right there.
Timothy. First name is Timothy, or Tim.
I feel like we've heard of a character named Tim.
You have.
Hi, my name is Tobias.
Last name is Kingsford. Timothy Kingsford. There you go.
Timothy Kingsford.
Mm-hmm. From Kingsford.
Not a high-ranking noble,
No.
but probably one of the maybe originally his family was like a founding family of Kingsford itself,
Mm-hmm.
but lost stature over time or something.
Yep.
What I'm getting from that.
Yep.
That or he's a bastard.
This is not Game of Thrones, sir. I will say that.
Hey, motherfucker, I was trying to think of a way to do the Oberyn Martell speech to that fucking commander. Don't you fucking try me.
I would have laughed if you did. That would have been hilarious.
Like, I was thinking of how the fuck to do it in this fucking situation, but I just couldn't get one in my head.
But yeah, you see him, he's like rubbing where the
Chains
were, and he's like, oh, it's been horrible last few months.
I imagine. I recommend you stay close. The countryside is not particularly friendly.
I have traveled far. Yes, I know this.
I have doubts about your traveling.
Oh, do you? I mean, I only bought my commission 6 months ago, but we had to fight the war, and everybody had to do their part. So I bought a commission.
Cam points to the medical insignia on his vest. He goes, do you know what this means? I would say it's not a cross. It's a Sheeran insignia instead. The infinity symbol.
He may not know that symbol.
He's looking at it and he is drawing a blank.
Yes, I thought that you haven't traveled.
Well,
I'm also very disappointed in whoever taught you.
He's just looking at you like, what do you mean? Anyway, and he's like, he starts rummaging around for clothes. He actually comes into the commander's tent with you, Darius. Like you're skirmishing around, you just see this other guy. Walks in and he's like looking for. It's like, oh, here's the wardrobe, and opens it up and starts taking stuff out of there.
Like, has he even noticed me? Is the question?
No, no, he just went beeline right for the wardrobe.
How do you miss the big, huge red spot in the war tent?
Oh, it was
That's
outside the
moving.
tent.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess yeah, I would be pretty. I'm like fucking Khan right now.
Yeah.
I remember we got someone mentioned a character named Timothy that was Avalonian aristocracy before. I can't remember who the fuck it was.
No bloody clue, mate. This game's been going on for a long ass
It's
time,
been going on a
motherfucker.
long time. Anyway.
So like he's just there like
Yeah,
going
he's just
through
sitting
it.
there and he's like, he doesn't even say anything to you at this point.
He hasn't even noticed me though. That's the
No,
thing.
no.
So just out of common decency, I'll at least allow him to put some pants on.
Yeah, he puts some pants on, he gets a shirt on.
So like he gets
Yeah.
he gets his trousers on as he's going to put the shirt on.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, from the doorway. Yes, don't mind him. He's a bit of a lost puppy at the moment.
Who is that towards?
Cam just kind
He-
of says it into the room.
They both like, I think Timothy looks at you, Darius, and is just like, huh? I don't get it.
Like he looks confused as shit.
Yeah.
Darius, realizing he said it to the room, gives Cam that sort of glance of "shut the fuck up," and looks back. Don't worry about that.
Oh, he was right. He was referring to you, wasn't he?
Both of us.
No, it was to you. It sounded like it was to you, and he just like continues putting on a shirt.
Very deluded lost puppy.
I must get, and he's like, he starts thinking. You see him, or you hear him start talking to him. So it's like, I must get home and see if everybody's still okay.
Where is your home?
Where?
On the range.
Well, we lived in Welshpool as you know, my
Range
my
food live in
father was,
Welshpool?
yeah. We were sent
Interesting.
here from the. We were sent here on assignment.
You may have difficulty getting to Welshpool on your own.
Oh no, I'll just go. I'll go and get a boat in one of the coastal villages or cities. It'll be fine.
Yes, if any orcs spot you, they'll probably run you down, though.
I
Well,
believe I mentioned this about the locals.
and you just see him. He's looking confused. He's like, "No, I'll be okay. I have."
The power of
what?
unshakable hubris on my side is what he has.
By the way, Rear, as you're doing this, you find another one, and then this one's like an. He's older, and you do let him out too, and he's like, "Where's that bloody captain?"
Oh, fucking hell.
Hey guys, I found another one.
No, what do you even know about the first one?
I would have walked by as I was collecting shit, and that's probably how I found the second one.
What do you mean you found a second one?
A human.
And then,
Hey.
like, I'm assuming the guy walks
Yeah,
walks.
he
into
walks
you at
in, and he beelines right for Timothy and just punches him in the face, like just straight up, just decks him. You son of a bitch.
I can see you two are friends. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing.
I'm
gonna
not
go
sure
around
what
searching
happened
for more.
here, but I believe you deserve that. Well, I'm
Yes, he
still looking
does.
through like all the
And like
documentation.
the other soldier's like, yes, he does. He
What
sold
did
us
he
out.
do? He sold you out?
The city.
Did he sell out Kingsford?
He was the commander. Yes. All of our other officers died in combat. He was the senior ranking of officer here.
Hmm.
bloody child. And he just like punches him again. You just hear him like, ah, like that whole like
This is
whimpers.
he's a pampered noble bitch, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Somebody find some chains or irons or something.
I'd just say we
Clap
kill
them.
him.
I
Is-
would warrant an execution, but right now, probably not the best idea. Got enough problems as it is.
You just
He's
hear
so ready to
shuffling
Find
from
out
outside.
the details of what is being referred to first.
I mean, if he sold out the city, he's definitely being executed later, but
In what way would he have sold out the city, though?
probably surrendered it, had the men stand down, and then the orcs steamrolled anyone that was not compliant with it. Was that nail on the head for that one?
He's just like the other guy. He's just looking at you all, just staring. Doesn't even say anything. He just has this like look of. He has the look that Darius had about 20 minutes ago.
Righteous vengeance.
Yeah. He's
Uri
like, I
walks in.
watched I watched many of my friends die because of this man.
Yes. And he
Yes,
will
I'm sure we'll
pay
have
with his
plenty of
life
time
for it
later.
later. But for the time being, we will allow him to live and get whatever information he has out of him. If he has any, because he might have heard something.
Uri just walks in and says, "You wanted chains? Here you go. I found them earlier."
Thank you, Aria.
Same ones you had on earlier.
Actually, they are, because Uri, when he came in, he took them.
Yep. Yup. Yup.
I'm like, would you like to tie him up yourself, or?
Well, you should. And you see the this human. He looks at your cart earlier, and he's like, he grabs one of the rifles and like the backpack, and he like checks it, and he's like, oh, this is still in good condition.
Well, yeah, that's why I picked it up.
Thank you.
Sure.
And he just takes it. He just takes it.
He's arming himself, which
Yes.
is fair enough.
Yes.
Glad to help, I guess. Or just shrugs and goes to find another one.
And you see him like he works the bolt, and he's just like loads it, and he like points it at the captain, and then he's like, I really want to, and then he just
I
puts
wouldn't.
it at a rest. So
Probably a good
I
decision.
mean, I was about ready to have the shield just be in front of that bullet.
yeah.
That's why I was waiting to see how he was gonna fucking go for it.
No.
Thank you for showing restraint.
He didn't.
Nobility are always the ones that fuck over everyone else, I find.
Especially when this is your hometown, and he quote unquote takes the name, but really isn't from here, has any relation to this.
I had no idea what was happening in Avalon since the blockade went up. Well,
It's been
before
hell on
that, anyway.
earth here.
We literally arrived today. I appear in my home city and it's destroyed.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Yes. But I think that's like he looks as Darius looks towards the door, the dead fucking commander just there, and the
Yeah.
other bodies that are still in view. I think I've taken a righteous toll on those that caused it,
Well,
and I'm not done yet.
just to let you know, sir, and he looks at you, or sir, this is one of many.
If I have to purge every orc from this continent, I will.
It'll
ones
take
that-
you a long time.
The ones that fight, anyway. I will not stoop to their level.
Well, we did. We had to survive, and that's why, we made the conscious decision of everyone fights.
Defend your home to the last.
We were arming kids.
Seems ineffective.
Not the best idea there.
Well, when half the army isn't here, what do you do?
I
Look at
assume
no one.
that the other half of the army went to Stonehaven with the nobility.
Half the army is in Valand. What are you talking about?
What?
They're on the continent. Yes.
We've not heard of an Avalonian army being in Valand.
They've been there they've been stuck there since the invasion.
I knew about some of the navy elements being in Waldenstein, but I'd never heard of the actual army being in Valand.
Well, let's just say we were there on a training excursion.
Can I insight that?
Yeah, you can.
I kind of feel like I don't need to insight that.
Yeah, it's implied that it is not definitely what he's saying, but I'm just inciting it just to be on the safe side. Okay, I will take that. That's gonna be 22.
Yeah, it's a little more than a training excursion.
Yeah. Now, obviously, because I definitely know, like, it was implied that it definitely wasn't in training excursion,
Mhm.
and I definitely know it's not a training. I know he's not telling me the 100% truth. The first thing that popped in my head as a response is that fucking is just Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. Right.
Right. No. And here's the thing. When it was all of the majority of the good units that are also in Valand. The
Well,
elite and
Get the
top
home
tier.
card.
Yeah.
Well, yes, you need them for the training exercise.
Excursion, yes.
But yeah, Darius definitely throws up his fingers for error quotes on that one.
Mm.
If I knew about that, I probably could have roped them in and helped for bloody Aurelian.
So it wasn't just us then that was attacked. It was everywhere.
The initial outbreak happened at Amir, then from there it spread across. Avalon was completely blockaded though. No ships were getting in.
Yeah, we tried to get some ships out and that did not work.
Though, depending on the situation, we may have some ships coming if they make it.
I see.
Seeing as they've been fully rearmed. So reinforcements inbound, and hopefully we find a few others that are still kicking around here.
Yes, I don't know how many are left here. We had 2 regiments in Kingsford. And he was, like I said, he was the overall commander of both, so that tells you what our status was.
Fucked to begin with.
Yes.
Like, that guy's just there, chained up. Like,
Yeah.
just getting trash talked by 2 dudes.
Yeah.
One who was served under him, and one who he has no idea who the fuck he is.
By the way, I was his senior enlisted.
Ah, so you had to do all of his actual work then, I suspect.
That is correct.
Yes. Seen it many times, no matter what army.
I've been in this army for too long as it is. Like, he looks old. Like, this guy is
He's an old boy.
probably in his late 30s, early 40s, probably.
Like, if he was nobility, he definitely would not have been, he would have been the
No.
overall commander if he was
Yeah.
nobility.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, he would have been a lot higher rank. At
Like,
this point.
the captain looks like he's about 12, honestly.
That's because nobility takes priority in that situation.
Yep. So,
Yep.
well,
So, if we were to say scrape a few more survivors, would you be willing to lead them?
we can find them.
As
I know
am
there
keeping-
was maybe a couple of rifle units that were in the area. I don't know if they're still here. There is still people fighting on the island. We just try and keep it down.
guerrilla tactics, I assume.
Yes.
Run.
Why we sent the rifle units that we had here. So that was the plan if we were to fail.
Well, we will probably be changing up those tactics.
Well, you'll have to talk with I guess he would be a duke by now about that. We were still unable to find heir to the throne, all that fun stuff. That was, they weren't unable to locate the royal family. Things fell apart. Everybody's retreated to Stonehaven, and they sent some of us here to try and stem the tide, as it were.
And right, so Wally, you said that what
Bluecaster, yeah.
Luancaster is technically nobility of the ruling family, yep.
Yes.
So that would, if there's no other heir potentially found,
Him.
he would
Yes.
be king.
Yes.
Hmm.
Why do you think the admiral that was in Waldenstein when Baywater and him probably had that conversation was like, we need to protect him. So
Yes.
just in case.
I believe. Was I ever informed of that?
I think, yeah, Baywater talked to you guys about that. If I remember, it was a long time ago. But I believe
It was
we
a
were all,
long
yeah.
fucking time ago. We're going back 2 years here.
Yup.
Mhm.
Yup. I believe so.
Well, I can say that a member of the royal family is alive.
Well, that's good. I hope he's worth it, or she's worth it.
He was actually served on the crew of a ship. Well, it is still is the captain of a ship currently. That was our old ship before we got the long story.
He's not like him, is he? He like points to this guy.
Oh God, no, he is actually.
Right. Well,
When it comes to those rifle units still running around and doing hit and run, is there any way that we could signal them? I assume that there was some sort of precautions set up just in case.
more of a rally points, as it were. Certain times that they would monitor being in an area. I mean, we do have signal flares, but then that's also
A big
you know
rallying
alert
cry for
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How many of the camps are in like easy distance to this?
from what Scamo saw, there was 4 that were about like this was the smaller of the 4.
Mhm.
But the other, like the largest one, was maybe 5 or 6 times the size of this.
5 or 6 times the size of this, and
Yeah.
how far out from this?
From where you're at would be about 10 miles from outside of town, but he was able to see it because it's large. Like you can see things like that once you're in
Yeah.
the air. Um,
Hmm. I assume Scamos is just still guarding the.
or Scammo's still flying around like a badass
I-
at this point.
Hmm.
Or is he going to the next village to terrorize all of them too?
Nope, I'm just sticking around on guard duty, waiting for
Okay.
people to finish whatever they're done with.
I see you're a man of the church, and he looks at you.
I was.
Hmm.
Let's just say truths were found out and my religious allegiance changed. That and
So you
they'd
were
already
stationed
tried
at
to.
Amir as well. That's how you all met, it seems.
I wasn't particularly stationed there, more of I found my way there.
I see.
But yes, we were there when the fight kicked off. And since then, we were basically dodging the church and trying to deal with the initial idiocy of the Pope going traitor. And then
The
another.
Pope went traitor?
Yes, apparently those that raised him were demon worshippers. Corruption can be found anywhere.
Glad
even
I
in the
converted away from being a Catholic. That's all I'm going to say. And he just walks out of the tent with like the rifle like slung over his shoulder, just like
Yep.
walking out.
So even while having this conversation and stuff, like Darius has been flicking through like any
Yeah.
like papers or anything in here, looking
Um,
for information.
it's all in orcish, but you do find like these orcs were trying to emulate, like they were trying to be intelligent. It's
Yeah.
very weird. They're trying to emulate
So it's like
what the
Orcish
Avalonians.
trying to
Yeah,
dabble into a bit of common and
yeah,
maybe Avalonian high society speech.
yes.
So so for Darius, he's saying like Orcish common,
Yeah, and it's really
no,
not making
like
sense to you.
like like weird Latin like High Gothic style thing,
Yeah,
like which as a member of the church he knows.
yeah.
So he's just like, they really were just trying to take our entire culture. Well, they're about to fucking lose it. And there's nothing that stands out as a weird language in any of these notes
No,
other than them.
that's
So
yeah,
other than the like the the
yeah.
three, the bastardizations of two and Orcish,
Mm-hmm.
it's just them. Okay. Does anybody know Orcish?
The Scamos?
Like, no,
If it's
it's more of
written
me.
down, if it's written down, Scamos can read it.
It was more of I was just addressing the people in the tent.
Mm.
Yeah, in which case Scamos is not there to hear that.
Yeah, Scammers is not here to hear that.
I do not.
Someone ask Scamos, maybe? Be nice to know what the hell they've been doing and whatever valuable targets are good to hit.
But yeah. As Scamos finishes, are you gonna come down eventually, or?
I'm literally standing on the ground guarding all the prisoners. That's what
Okay.
I've been doing the entire
How
time.
many do we
as I'm
have
on
prisoners
guard
wise
duty.
actually?
There was probably about 50 or so civilian orcs that were here.
So is that all civilian?
Yeah.
Or is that a
No.
mixture of the
No.
surrendering soldiers as well?
All the soldiers died.
Oh,
Like,
all the soldiers fought to the
yeah,
end. Okay.
yeah, they
So this is
fucking
all
fucked.
civilian.
And like they're all cowering in fear because I'm assuming you're still a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that fucker isn't going anywhere. He's chained up. So, for the time being, I guess. You know, I just asked someone to go ask Scammers a question, but I'm thinking, actually, what the hell is he doing?
You guys will walk out there.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna walk out,
You
and
leave
I'm
the
assuming I
captain
see
in
the
the tent.
dragon. He's chained up.
Okay. Yeah, you see the dragon and all the orc civilians all cowering like in a group.
I will walk that way. I'm assuming this is a mixture of like women,
Mhm.
children,
Mm-hmm.
maybe some old
Old men.
males.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just stood there. There's just this dragon next to me.
Yep.
And I'm assuming some of these saw the fucking massacre that I led myself.
They saw the majority of them saw you like running through that part of the camp, just tearing through like their friends
Soldiers.
and family that were probably the soldiers that they lived with. So
So they're probably as terrified of me as the dragon.
yeah, pretty much.
Seeing as I've noticed that you've been adopting my people's culture, I assume that, if not all, some of you can understand me.
They're staring at you, but yeah, you could tell that there's probably that realization of there's probably some understanding here.
I can get that they're understanding me.
Yeah.
Right. I would like to make this clear to all of you. As long as you do not attempt to leave this camp, as long as you do not attempt to pick up a weapon, you are perfectly safe. I will not kill the innocent. I will not kill the unarmed.
That's not honorable. You hear somebody in the background, like in the back of the crowd say.
That's not honorable?
No.
So you prefer me to slaughter all of you?
What orc honor is.
Well, you seem to be adopting our culture. So, here's a concept from that culture. You don't kill the unarmed or the innocent. Those that can't fight don't die.
They're staring at you again.
Which I believe is a better alternative.
Yeah.
Like, do the orcs agree to
Yeah,
that?
I mean, they're all sitting there looking at you like they're
Like,
not disagreeing.
They're not disagreeing.
No.
Seeing as how I am a very angry person this day, and I'm going to be very angry for a
Wow.
while. But I will stay my wrath to those that cannot and will not fight. Simple as that. But I will avenge what happened to my country. Any fight, they die. Simple. So you are more than welcome to go back to your tents, have food. Any of you attempt to leave the camp, you will be put in chains. Simple as that. You will not be harmed, you will be restrained. Is that fair enough?
Do we get a choice?
I mean, if you go against the rule I just stated, that's your choice. But you being restrained, that's the, you made the decision, you got caught. You get restrained. The choice is there. Whether you want the consequences of it, that's yours.
They're just staring at you again, just like blinking.
They're realizing that I am being fair.
Yeah, they are.
And this must be weird for the orcs because they were adopting another culture, and now it's like,
Mm-hmm.
so we were adopting this culture and changing ours to this, and this is how this culture works. But our old culture dictates.
You can
the-
tell that the culture option, it was pretty recent, actually. It's not.
Hmm.
It's
But they were clearly
Yeah.
adapting into it slowly. But
Yeah.
they're getting a bit of a blunt force with Darius right now.
like from like how much of a rapid change it was. It's probably something to do with what y'all have done previously. Let's just put it that way. There might be a key, like a tie there for those watching at home or those that are wanting to keep out of the character loops in terms of a connection. But anyway, yeah, they're all like, okay, we'll just stay here, I guess.
That is fair then. So you can go have food, you can go sleep in your beds.
Can we bury the dead?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will not expect them to rot on the floor.
Or burn them. Actually, orcs are probably more likely to be burning them than burying them.
Yeah,
So
cremation,
yeah. But anyway.
So I assume that they're all going to be sort of meandering
doing
up-ish
that.
now,
Yeah.
realizing that we are going to be totally okay as long as they don't try and do something stupid.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyway, is there anything else that we want to do before we call it for this evening? Because it's almost 7:30 Central.
I mean, I think we can hold off Scamos reading what was written down for next session.
Yeah, we can. Uh-oh.
So, anyone else got anything?
Minnie?
Question. You said the Gatling gun thing had been created?
It exists, technically. Yeah.
Was I shown? I'm assuming we went around in Porsche, did the tour.
Uh-huh.
Was that something I was shown?
No.
Well, shit. Nope, nothing I'm doing now.
Okay. Gamos, anything else for your final act for today? No.
Nope.
Gozik, Cam?
I mean,
No.
so the whole time while they're doing that, I've noticed like there's been some people locked up in the tents I've been going through. Have I found any more people, or are those?
No, not anymore in this
Hmm.
one in particular.
Yeah, at that point, I'd probably like return by the time Darius starts making his speech.
Okay. Cam, anything else? No?
Nah,
Alright, cool.
not that I can think of.
Cool.
I mean, I don't think Cam can call Darius out on what he's just said and done there.
No.
He's being quite amicable.
Amicable.
So I was reading through one of my spells, and I was about to cast it until Scamos decided to like annihilate all those 10 people. Or it gives me advantage on attacks with dexterity or wisdom.
Yep. And guess what you have? A dexterity attack based character. So
it says attacks and wisdom attacks. I don't know many wisdom attacks that aren't spells.
they're all spells. Your wisdom attacks would be spells. You get advantage on anything with wisdom.
Druids get a wisdom melee attack through a spell or a class feature. I forget which.
Isn't that
Like Shillelagh.
like the Shillelagh? Yeah.
La.
Maybe
Anyway.
Rangers too. I forget if they have access to that.
We'll end the session here for this week. Good job, guys. Hope everybody that was interesting. We went into a very dark place. Holy shit.
Yeah, it went really dark at the beginning, stayed dark, and then brightened up a little bit at the end with some mercy being shown.
Yep.
Drinking
Hi,
that.
everybody.